Leave them all to you.
Oh no, you're not getting out of work that easy.
Besides, you just got a rocket launcher. You must be getting one that
Tight
you use
corridors. It's not fair.
We could always pull them outside. With gun? They probably don't fire down that far.
No, yeah.
They would shoot the roof.
They'd struggle to.
If we
Flat is about
if
as
we
slow
freed
as they
them
can
from
go.
their mountains.
Pretty much flat is as straight ahead as slow as they can go. So.
Yeah. Too far away from the edge. They're AA guns, that's what you want.
I mean, they default, I think I said this last week, to about 30 degrees
Yeah.
up.
Optimum scanning angle.
So that's, we've never used it, but it means it's a useful power now.
Maybe I will turn around on that then. That's very important to this.
Yes.
Okay, cool. Come back for air. Alright,
We've told that a few times.
Exactly.
From the master.
Once we've all regrouped, I'll send a copy of that command code to you guys in case you guys are closer at the time.
Good point. Okay, so here's what I think we should do. So I've got a general idea of how many are in there and their dispersion. So you mentioned this big cluster with these little things, little power sources around it as well.
Well, that was earlier, like when after Rosen kind of done better surveillance, they would have picked up that was a group of people.
Since disperse.
But it was initially hard to tell whether it was like a one big power source or a bunch of
so
them.
there's a
They
group of
managed to get-
people in like one area. Is that still true? Is there like a big cluster of them in that one point?
There was one.
Is that like in the center of it?
It's
Whereabouts?
fairly close to the center of the room. Probably just like if you're coming up through the entrance, it's probably just before it hits the T, where it tees
Okay.
out.
Right. So here's what I want.
First little question before we go any further. With him picking up radar, which is movement, correct? Could he pick up cells? So e.g. the cells would have a power source to lock them?
Power sources are indicated on the radar in tiny, small, medium, large, very large, gigantic, and nothing more than that will register.
Yep.
And so it'll only conform to those sizes, so
Yep.
we can't go super specific.
But what I'm saying is, there's power sources along this wall, and then there's a group of people, movements, in those rooms.
The problem is there are so many things that a lot of these power sources could be. I mean, it could be just a television running. It could be a computer terminal. It could be a kitchen.
But
it's like all these things cross over too much.
But the question is, can we...
Tactics roll,
That's
please.
what I'm saying.
I want to determine how many of these power signatures are close to what I would consider from an outside examination of the building to be structurally key.
Structurally key.
Like where I would put explosives.
Okay.
Net 20.
Well, do I even need to roll them? I suppose I do, because I might have a better idea than you. I don't know.
Damn, 19.
Okay, so
21.
specifically, you're looking at places where they could put explosives.
I want to just see if
or-
the little signatures she's collected just happen to coincide with where I would mine this place to be. Like,
For them to
if I wanted to turbulate someone coming in, like
No, they're all pretty like random.
okay, so I'm willing to bet that not all of them are traps.
Yeah.
Some of them clearly
I mean,
are.
some of them are near other power sources, from what you can tell.
Yeah,
like-
but my VHS is near my TV, so it's right over there. In fact, from a top-down view, they'd be the same power source. Okay, so here's what I want. How many of those plates do you have?
You had 2?
I think you had 6.
I think you had 6, but I don't know how many.
I got 6.
How many did you bring?
How many did you bring with you? Because
I
these
probably-
are like
Yeah.
You were talking about mining both the turrets and still having some left, so you must have bought like 4 of that with you.
But I hadn't considered it at the time, but I probably would only bring 2 because of
The size.
the size and the environment we're in, and they would be in my like.
Right. So
It's a
here's
good point, because if you got
Yeah,
struck by lightning, well, I mean, you're dead anyway, but if you get struck,
no, then
everybody else
the
is
lightning
up.
strike becomes an AOE.
Yes, pretty much.
This could be a
Okay, so we've got this T-shaped building here. There seems to be a majority of them here. I'd like you to place one of your plates on this branch of the T over here, whereas we're going to enter from, like, here, on this side. Where there's, I'm assuming, less people. Whichever part of the T has, like, the minimum signatures of people.
Minimum signatures of people.
What are the walls made of? Steel.
Oh, we're just going to cut through them with
Thank
this
you.
thing.
Just making sure.
I mean, there's a couple near the entrance, and then there's a fair gap before there's any more, so that's probably the least.
No, one at the entrance. One at the entrance.
That's probably where there's the least amount of people.
Okay,
Well-
so in the crossbar of the T, there's like
There's
good.
more people near the just before it hits the.
Then I want you to put one on the other side of that T, and rig a remote detonator. Use fabricate a detonator or whatever,
Yeah.
so you can set them off remotely from 200 yards range from anywhere around this area. So that's your job. Crane, make sure no one fucks him up. You got him.
Big R.
And it's round.
We have a choice to either go through the front door. So I'm talking with my tactical committee since they've gone.
And
We have a
all
choice
this-
between go through the front door, or there's no signatures here partway up the T, which means we might be able to cut through the wall there, sneak over here, take out these signatures in near the front door, and isolate that area, and then move through and take out this groups at a time. And that way we've got a long T fallback. We can put proximity mines in the cover that can blow out and get them and move back with. I always want to make sure we might have to rearrange some furniture so we can get crossfires going down the halls, that sort of thing. What do you think?
Agreed.
But we don't have enough manpower to watch the front door as well as this, so we'll have to lock it or
That's why I'm thinking we need to go either through the front door and take them out, or cut a hole in the side, go in, hope it's not just a contiguous corridor, and then come through from behind where they won't expect us and take them out that way. Silently if possible, but you know. And I'm kind of leaning towards cutting the hole. What do we think?
I'd rather cut the hole, come through the back. Going from the doorway would make too much noise and it would draw more enemies to the
I also
front
don't like
section,
the idea of trying to squeeze through that choke point, which
No.
would probably be an airlock.
which will be impossible to get back through.
There is always the possibility that while we're cutting through the wall, there could be a breach in there and environmental alarms could go off, which could draw trouble from front and back.
So we make a hole.
minimum we're going to have one person watching.
So I have an idea. We send Crane up to the front door. And when we cut through, if the alarms go off, then he can make an entrance because they'll turn around and head that way. And then he can come up from behind and cut their throats with his edged emo weapons. He can do some cutting.
Well, we're going to be making a lot of noise if we actually...
And then we can set up, move in. Once he's dealt with them, maybe we can move in and set up for the inevitable, oh, what's going on? Let's go investigate doofuses and take them out quietly. And then perhaps they'll just keep sending more guys. And whereas if an alarm doesn't go off, which it will. Well, see, maybe also we can just put the wall back up and seal it behind us with some tape, which would restore integrity well enough temporarily for the alarms to go off.
Well, we know we're outnumbered about 5 to 1. We'd probably want to just keep that hole to retreat out of if we
Well, I
have
mean,
to.
we can kick down a taped wall easily enough.
Pretty sure I can move it for you.
Do one more check of the perimeter with your motion detector while they're doing that. And I want to go over a couple things with Tiago right now in this crate. What did I find and what can I go over with Tila? Anything pertinent or ominous?
Not really, just the same kind of.
Anything missing that should have been there that I found? Or didn't find to be more to the point? Because I'm still kind of hanky about this whole situation.
I can't think of anything that stands out of that. It's just a fairly average ship with the same kind of crap you'd normally find.
Okay, so Zalo has command codes for the turrets, which we can turn to our advantage if we need to. And if we have to do that, then here's the access codes for the ship in case you all have to get out of here in a hurry. Is there anything in this crate that you think might be useful?
There isn't any really
There's
useful.
environmental suits and things.
So the environmental suits, are they clear or would they go over and actually be dark? What I'm saying
They're
is,
dark with black with the like the logo and grey on them like they normally would be.
Opaque visors?
Like, no, you can see they're designed to go over existing armor. They're more like a softer like thing, but they've got a transparent. You can see right through the visor.
We need to have a talk when this mission is over. We have much to discuss.
later.
I just said that.
She's not on the right line.
I know.
So I'm in a environmental suit.
Okay.
So it's over.
Environmental suit provides how much additional life support?
Not that. It's more like this is more like to just protect against
Lightning.
harsh weather, basically, and maybe
I
radiation.
want Crane in one too in case he has to go in through the front door. It should. If that way, if they turn around, it'll look like one of them, and they'll be like, "What did you
Why
outside?"
are you outside for?
Rip.
I checked they don't have that.
I mean,
on
those
the,
dots are a lot of them
Oh,
are
wow.
moving, but that's essentially the.
I can't read. Oh,
That's what you're thinking, though, isn't it?
For us or for them?
For us.
No. If you mark where you want those bombs put down.
It was here,
Where
wasn't
did the whiteboard go?
I don't know. I was looking
Ray
it up,
has
it's
it.
like-
Oh.
Sweet. That's just the one door and there's no windows. It's all super easy.
Who wants a window under this ship planet?
Yeah.
What's a base on this ship?
like
Somebody wants
that
to hide.
can't be 2 rooms there. That's too thin. That's like 50 feet, he said. So that would be bizarre if it was.
Unless it was like little labs or offices or
No,
something.
it's actually looking at this. It's close to 100 feet across.
Oh, okay. Then your motion detectors couldn't have seen you each. Huh? Right, okay. That was looking really attractive. Now we've got this vestibule here.
Could have some bigs.
If there's going to be any automated defences, they'll be there.
And we make our entrance here.
Yeah.
Which side is the hangar on? So we have the hangar to
This
go back
side.
to.
So I'm going to use my fabricator and manufacture the stuff I'll need to rig a couple of detonators for these plates. You want to roll?
Yes.
Go.
Good.
Separate signals, so you can blow them each separately if you need
Yeah. 35.
That's pretty good.
And then I will begin a crouched run at the building.
to.
The first
My
point
tactical point to get
on the end of the
here.
T there.
So whereabouts are you on the map?
Go to this one first,
Okay.
and then the second point is just on the other side.
Incidentally, that is the turrets are just on each,
Down each
pretty
wing.
much end of the T. So
Oh, so if I set off the bombs, it probably wipe out the turrets too?
you're doing it on the end of on the
On the T
T
end.
parts. Yeah, the turrets are basically there.
Does that change where we want to install
Nope.
those bombs? Cool.
Because that way it gets rid of the two enemy turrets we can't make friendly, so that covers our take off and run away escape. Even better.
It does. Sweet. And then by setting them up, it's really just like leaning them flat against the wall. And then I'll make my way around to the other side. Set the next one.
Yeah.
I'll flex tape them in place.
Oh, good enough.
Van moving.
I mean, you're going to need flex tape. Not many other things stand up to that much water, but flex tape does.
The back end of my van's been held on by flex tape since we put it on there. It's just have some fucking patience. It's not a miracle product. Can't believe it passed a warrant in that state.
Jesus. Hey, I'll report
I
back
mean,
in.
the garage was probably sitting thinking, what the fuck is this?
I bet they couldn't take it off.
I bet you we could cut this car in half and seal it again with the same stuff.
Using only flex tape. There's no fucking way!
That boat
Hey, show me! What does that have to do with flex tape?
12-inch flex tape used on both inside and outside.
I don't
What
van.
kind of strength epoxy did they use to attach this?
FlexTape.com also sells a eyedropper chemical that dissolves their bond
Huh.
for their seal and
Oh, for
their
flex seal.
and the tape.
God, I wouldn't want to get it on my skin.
Well, I think the whole
Destroy
point
it.
is that you need this if you accidentally stick things together,
Can't
and you can't
you can't
undo it
undo it.
without the chemical.
So inevitably when we flex tape right up,
Inevitably, yeah.
Inevitably.
Hazing,
we
yeah.
buy none of that chemical.
The chemical will get it off, but it says may cause Capral syndrome in some cranes.
Some cranes.
Specifically.
Anyway,
Yes, so you flex taped some panels.
Yep. Sounds harmless.
And then the bomb goes up and it's just a giant bubble.
I imagine
the
it
walls wrecked and the flex tape's fine.
not that good.
Get some of it in my lab.
So take it you've also got some kind of small device attached to the panels that can actually set the...
That's what he was
Yeah, I
fabricating.
made those
the
detonators.
Oh, I thought that was up for him to go.
Oh, we can do that too.
Well, yeah, I would do that all at once.
Go traditional.
Yeah.
The echo button.
Well, actually, most explosives I've seen that use a plunger don't actually detonate by depressing the plunger. You twist them.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he does that while the rest of you, I'm guessing, are just watching.
Well, you know, we were having that conversation.
They were talking while they're doing this stuff.
Rosa was engaged in busy work.
Updated sweeps.
Me and RoboMaid return.
So are we in a position now where we have to wait on Mr. I will be here by 8 o'clock, and even though it's 10 past?
I'm out of busy work.
yeah, we are.
The only thing I can think of is that, so we have him positioned by the door, so we cut through the wall, and then if that causes everything to go nuts, then we wait.
I was going to say, yeah, shit hasn't hit the fan yet.
So I want you to cut through there. I want you to cut through there. Is everyone ready?
What's cutting through?
The wall, right?
I'm just
sort of there.
making sure because I can't see. Oh, there. Okay, interesting.
That's where you said to cut through. That's where you said there was no one.
There's two signatures. Oh,
The
there, yes.
clock.
I see there.
There, that's where you were talking about, right? Because otherwise I don't see it. I don't see where you were talking about where there's no one.
So there's no one. That little box in the very front. See,
That's the front door!
No, see where before it tapers. Yeah, before it tapers up. Yeah, like that.
So this is where we're supposed to go in.
No.
I mean, it's up to you where you go in.
That's where you were talking about. Okay. Because I interpreted it as this giant area here with no one in it.
There's also that part in the middle that's got no one in it as well. Yes.
Yeah, that's where we were talking about. The middle part with no one in it. You were talking about. That's where we're going to.
Yeah.
That's where we were going to cut in.
Exactly what the layout is inside.
Yeah, like how big the rooms are inside.
Yeah, we have no way of knowing that.
Yeah.
So it's just like, well, we have to take a gamble, and if we're going to go in here, we might as well just walk through the door. That's kind of how it looks. I mean, that just looks like an airlock to me. Like a big... Actually, that is a fucking honking big airlock.
Ooh, yeah, big.
And I'll keep on
The waiting
carry
area.
on.
Yeah, but they've never had bases designed like that.
They've never had a base
This is
on
probably a security room or something. But anyway, yeah, I mean,
They might have.
we all agreed that's the place to cut in.
Yeah.
So,
I don't know. They probably have like extra wet weather gear and protections they have to wear for going outside in the waiting.
oh, I don't know. Let's just cut into the worst place in the universe to cut into.
What? Right in the middle, to the roof.
Right. It doesn't worry. I just need a hole to shoot through.
Actually, you're not wrong. I mean, if we cut a hole in the roof, instead of sticking a plate on there, just dropped a plate onto this cluster of people and went boom! That's all the Krogans dead right there.
But our problem is they might have stuck the prisoners in armour.
Well, we're assuming there might be prisoners.
Yes.
I wouldn't put them in armor. It makes them harder to beat.
Well, and if they weren't Krogans, they'd probably just be killed by the falling bit of ceiling.
Yeah.
And the falling us.
What falling to the ceiling?
What ceiling?
Ah.
No, you could accelerate its fall so it turns into like an
Oh,
almost
no,
meteoric
that's-
strike.
Oh.
I mean, what are you talking about? Saving
all
them.
those-
You lift it up a bit and then you go.
So that was Miranda's thing, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So that thing where she lifted them up and then just suddenly massively
Yeah.
increased their gravity.
That was just...
Slam, I think. it
Slam.
was? Yeah.
Slam is like low-key one of my favourite powers from that game. I mean, the concussive blast that was just like... I mean, it was useless, but I loved it.
I love that. No, it was great with husks,
Husks.
and stuff because they just kept running at you and you just played bowling. Husk bowling.
Okay, cut through the wall. Let's
Let's
just
do it.
make a stupid mistake.
Fire up the laser torch and start a cutting.
Okay.
I don't think it takes any rolls. I imagine. I can't remember how long the tanks last, but I'm just saying this would probably empty it after the door earlier.
Fair enough.
Start cutting through there.
Watching the dots.
Yeah, and just like waiting for shit to go down, waiting for alarm sounds, waiting for gunfire.
Make everybody who's nearby make a listen check. Of course, they gotta.
Net 20.
You hear an
I'm-
alarm from inside the building.
22.
I
You
guess-
also hear an alarm from inside the building.
Well, I guess now we have to wait for Ray.
I guess so.
Because the thing is, when the alarm goes off, Ray goes in the front door. In his little environmental suit.
Are they all heading towards the breach?
Motion
Well, the
detectors are on.
times just kind of dilated down and stopped.
Yeah, so, yeah.
The first thing you'll notice before we break and wait is, those two signatures above where you cut in, they start moving towards. Yeah.
I've cut a little bit of the wall at this point.
Yeah.
This is some observational stuff, right?
Ken, how thick
Are
of
you
a wall-
probably gone? Are you going around like in a circle like that? How are you actually cutting?
Stormtrooper style, you gotta start.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I've cut a bit
You
of the bottom.
you've probably got like not even quite a quarter arc.
Um,
Before.
I need to know, from his cutting, how thick are the walls?
About that
There's
thick.
Ray. Okay, so booking it in with the motion detector things. I'm just going to start shooting those signatures through the walls with my tungsten rounds.
I was thinking like I could just put a proximity bomb in the bit of the hole I've cut, get within 5
Well,
feet
you've
of it.
cut a line.
Well, yeah, you can find the line. They go like, "What's going on?"
No, but it's a line. You can't stop with props.
The bombs, I can fire them at range, which helps because the edge will be molten and they stick to things.
Hi, slave.
Save them, we'll need them.
thrilling day.
Thought we were out for a pizza for us.
Should have asked. Probably could have
I
actually.
probably should have. I haven't eaten anything today. Well, I had some candy. But
No, I'm the same.
I mean, I actively could have brought if you would have asked.
Well, I didn't know you were working.
So, you're well timed in arriving because battle is just starting to begin, and Crane is placed in a position to start cutting up.
Crane is in an environmental suit that's dark and looks like he's got a Void Wraith ID on it, and he's about to walk through the front door because the alarms went off.
I need to probably do this. I forgot mine. Right. Is that all the recap I'm getting?
We have motion detected around the base.
Okay.
We have wired up some turrets on top of the hangar, so
Yeah, the
that they're
hangar
ours.
turrets are ours. There are bombs here and here that, when detonated, my panel bombs can destroy the turrets there and the walls.
How do you deal with the security going from the turrets on the roof?
Those are ours.
The ones in the hangar, I found my way into the maintenance stuff and cut my way around a bit and interface with them from the bottom.
Okay.
So the air turrets now controlled by us.
So we're about to enter the base, and
So
we have
We've
located-
triggered an alarm by cutting through a wall.
Yeah, we were like, if we can stealth some of the base, it'll be fine. We can keep going. But the second shit hit the fan, we were like,
We're
So you're here,
Yeah.
and so we want you to go sort of in and kill these two guys because they're probably going to be distracted.
because we're cutting in
That way,
here,
I figured
so
just
people
like
coming this way.
you'd be like, you'd go inside, you'd like work your way there, and then it would just be like boom, dead.
Well, with two people I can do that, yeah.
Unless they're both Krogan, I'm guessing.
Well, then I would only probably identify one
Yeah.
of them.
Whereas we're
Arrogant shit.
yeah, we're a quarter of a way through an entry hall, bit in the wall, and waiting to get in. You're on your own, buddy.
Okay. So, with this building, like, obviously there are walls.
Oh, we
We
don't know.
don't know.
We don't know.
Yeah, we don't have much on the internals.
There's been no way to get a map.
Right.
You'll be the first eyes in.
Be stealthy.
That'd be glorious.
Yeah, I will head in. I assume you've cracked all the door open and shit, like the door's just open? Or?
Nope.
No. We're just going to press the button, hope it
They,
opens.
they literally just cut a hole on the wall.
Oh, there's a hole in the wall?
No,
sorry.
no.
They started cutting a hole in the wall and then alarms went off.
Okay.
We didn't actually look at the front door to see if it was locked.
Because what happened on the inside, because you'll find out in a moment, is he started cutting through a wall, and then a bunk that was up against the wall caught fire. And the two people who were in the quarters there.
I really wish
Like,
they
what
were in the
fuck?
bunk
Why did
bed.
this bunk catch fire on the other side of the room?
So they don't know.
Yeah, well, like I said, I was going to
I
shoot
know.
them through the wall based on their motion sensors because I can.
Yeah. Right, I'll try open the door.
The door's not locked.
It just opens.
Yeah,
There we go.
because it was green, remember? So
Oh yeah, it's like it's green. It's probably open. There'll be someone out there using different
So
colour
you
codes.
enter, and there is a short corridor.
I'm going to dark pen.
There's immediately a door to the right.
Yep.
Can you map this thing?
And then there's a very short corridor, like it's only like 10 feet, and then there's a door right ahead of you.
Does this room go all the way up to the top of the indentation?
Oh, I can't see. Oh, yeah, you see. Pretty... about halfway up it, actually, sorry. Yeah.
It's about that. That'll do.
And there's a door here too, right? Or?
I thought it was immediately to the right.
There's a door immediately to the right, and then there's a door straight ahead.
I will try the door to the right.
You basically just see like it just opens up. There's no one in there. It's basically just like a decontamination. There's more of the hazmat suits, like sort of I say hazmat suits, but environmental suits, like your one hanging up, shower area, all that kind of stuff. Equipment for going outside in the rain.
So it's isolated.
Yeah.
All the way
There's
to the
nothing
wall.
else, and it doesn't. There's no other doors or anything.
Okay.
It just all completely wipes out. Before you move on, considering Logain basically said he was going to take a shot at least one of the, I suppose, moving targets. So good luck.
The one in the back.
The one in the back first? Okay.
Turkey shoot.
Yep.
Did you ping your radar before you took the shot?
My motion detector's on.
Just hit them. Because I don't know how you'd know.
I won't until it reacts on the motion.
It will lose a little bit of altitude, hopefully.
8 if against shields.
Yes, shields, yes.
12 if against... oh, it is shields. Okay, so it is 8 against shields. Oh, sorry. 9. I'm using tungsten 6, so it's only -1 versus shields. 9 against shields. 6 against shields. 2 against shields. 7 against shields.
So all these numbers are +4 if it's not against shields, though, right? Well, you're getting a -1, it's a +3 there.
No.
Oh, is it?
So it. I see what you're saying. Yeah, it would be 4 more than that.
Yeah.
And then I guess I take another shot because it hasn't stopped moving.
It has stopped moving.
Oh. But I can still detect motion.
It stops and then it starts moving and it starts backtracking. That's what you would have picked up.
Well, shit, that offsets the... That's exactly the same result even with the recoil penalty.
Okay.
I love it when I offset the recoil penalty. So does that hit?
Yeah, and it's the same
So
same diffs basically.
Because they're moving, they might get an additional...
They were
defense.
moving the first time too, so
Okay.
they just
moving
changed
for dodge,
direction. They are moving a bit faster.
9 if against shields.
It's not against shields.
Oh, in that case, 13. Even plating. 10. Another 10. 13.
Okay.
If it's still
You
alive,
have
then
no
we
idea
leave,
what's
right?
happened.
No, I don't have any idea what's happened, but I can't shoot again.
It also goes through that thing too, doesn't it?
Well,
Yeah, no, the walls fucking
Oh,
away, so
But it's got it can go through
Yeah.
5 feet.
yeah, but
So it can go through
It
4
depends. I don't know
walls.
the size of the thing. If it's a Krogan, probably doesn't come out the
yeah,
other
yeah.
end. If it's an Asari, I'm probably just shooting through another wall as well,
Yeah.
or some bunks, or a toaster oven.
There's tungsten ammo that lets you do that.
yep.
I so need to get tungsten to shoot to everybody with guns.
I have tungsten as well. But
There's
I
a
can't see
research that automatically applies that to all your victims of a type, for the whole group. It might be more cost effective, or it might just be cheaper to buy the ammo.
Because I want people to be able to select their ammo depending on what they personally need. So,
So-
disruptor or something else.
What are the... I kind of know what Logain and Crane are doing. I don't know what the others are doing at this point.
Waiting for him to get through the wall.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep
I've
cutting.
just taken up a spot beside, so when the wall gets like before the wall breaches, he's going to have to step away. So I'm probably going to have to door kick the rest of the
No.
wall.
I'll throw the door through the wall.
But then
You can be ready to open fire into the
You
hole.
open fire. The wall's going to go through whoever's behind the wall, and you can just start firing because this thing's going to
but
project that thing.
we don't know anybody's in there.
We do.
Ah.
Motion detectors. I've been shooting them.
You'll also be sending a flaming bunk.
Don't know that.
So the thing is like if they actually get immediately opposite to the thing, then you wait till then. Then you're like Hadouken!
Okay, then I guess I'm
Front
just
door.
slightly beside the door, ready to get a zone in.
Cut back to Crane next. So what are you doing? You've looked in there, you found...
What do you mean? I got it. Thanks. Well, there's one door. I will open it.
You're now back in the early corridor.
Naked Croak in charge!
Never forget.
I don't like it when you say, I open the door and then the DM rolls a die.
Yeah.
Even the GM. Oh god, 2 die.
How many
3.
landmines are on that door?
Oh, it's like a crane can take him. Can take it.
Just cut them all.
It's just like the explosion happens and he's like, ting.
You get shot.
Okay. Bye. Well, can I see what's in the room?
No, you got shot in the eyes.
Cold shot.
So as soon as the door opens, you can see a Turian and a Batarian behind a desk.
Okay, so is that the 2 we have on this map here?
They should be the 2 that just up above. Yeah, there we go. Because I was going to say they're over to the right.
So how big is this room?
So they're behind cover.
The wall goes right behind them, across. So
Like that.
It's a reception desk.
not all the way across.
Well, you said all the way across.
No. It just goes across behind. I didn't say all. It doesn't go all the way.
Okay, well, how far?
From the left?
Yeah, the wall goes down to
The decom.
yes.
Yep.
I'll fill in the doors later.
Okay.
So I get shot.
Yeah. I've forgotten what it was. I think it was 11 points of damage to your shields.
You got it.
And this also was
Remind me to
also
teach
hit.
Karain how to open a door. It goes like this.
There isn't enough room to do that.
This map, it doesn't belay much.
This map is. I'm having trouble with the scale.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Ken described this as a corridor,
it's
so
a
like
narrow
it's more
corridor.
like this.
Yeah, but
The door
Okay,
takes up almost the entire width of the corridor.
Because that's usually how I figured it was something
okay.
like that. If I
So
could.
this is just beefing.
Yes.
Okay.
Could be a broom cupboard on the inside.
Yes.
God damn it. 4, 5, 6. Okay. 6 more damage to your shields.
You got it.
Because the first 3 were 3 blinds.
Aren't you glad you had for this exact? Okay, careful! Don't nudge the cable, by the way. Oh, yeah, because he goes right through the.
You
damn it.
charge them both.
Last one was
then we can't
12,
take
by
the
way.
Cool.
Wait, doesn't charge just recharge your shield?
Yes.
Yeah, it's about to. Yeah.
So he's about to charge them.
So yeah, you get to go now.
Cool. So I'll charge the one
This
that's
is where it all
closest to me.
pays off.
The Batarian's the closest to you.
Cool. So I gain back. So I gain back 18 shields. I hit him. So that's 11 damage to shields off charge. Follow through.
You only get that if he doesn't make some kind of save, I believe.
It also has to be sent flying, which if they have
Yes,
shields.
that's what I mean.
Oh, do they not get sent flying if they have? They can
you
still get
don't
knocked
get
prone, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, so he's got a fort save.
Yeah. So there's 11 off the shields. Which he doesn't make the fort save.
Cool. So my strength score is 20.
Yeah, okay, here's the thing. There's a door right behind them. Well, because the wall's right behind them, so he's not going to be going very far.
Oh, the door's directly behind these guys?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, the door is specifically behind her.
Oh, this is one of those weird situations with charge where I am in the square he was in now. That's
Yes.
where charge puts you.
Yeah.
So now there are 3 people in 2 squares.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm just going to follow through and hope I just kill him so we don't have to deal with where we all are right now.
Okay.
Weird mashup of a trail and
I'm guessing in a situation like that, he immediately
Kill
hits
me.
the wall and goes over your head and then lands on the square behind you because
Wouldn't
Well, no,
he,
if he's got
wouldn't he
shields,
just place the guy beside him since there's nowhere back for
Yeah.
him to go? And then
Well,
the other guy would go
yeah,
boop,
that's-
boop,
That,
into
that
the
both,
other.
yeah.
Look, if the Bioware kills him, he gets cut in half.
So
and
I've
probably
crit.
killed.
roll your damage, you might not kill him.
So I've got...
Oh, I deleted the wrong thing too.
So it's 19... so that's... 27 and then double that.
Where do I load?
Yeah, okay, he's dead.
Then I'll attack the next one. I have a 25 to...
You got him. He's got like no cover bonus at that angle from me, he's right beside you.
Sorry, my numbers have just said. I've got 23 on damage
Oh, that's just to him.
to him.
He's still alive.
Cool.
He's not happy.
That is my turn.
That was almost perfect,
Almost.
but not quite perfect in.
Actually, like, I could have done that differently. So if I had charged and then Novid, I don't know. Although I wouldn't have gotten the follow through if I'd Novid.
Right.
So, I think follow through.
But you crit on them follow through, so
Yeah, so I just killed
so
one.
that's better.
Yeah.
Crit is
Yeah.
always better. What he
The
needs
thing
is
is,
some kind of serrated
killed him
sword that
before
has
you
a
said
better crit
double it.
modifier.
Like
Like a times 3 or times 4.
custom made.
It's like, you find some wizened old Japanese master to make him a katana under a waterfall, and
What was he
Yeah,
going
no.
to do under the circumstances?
he's
not
going to
happy.
shit himself and surrender. Because that's what I'd fucking do. As if some black void wraith clad motherfucker just suddenly
shot him.
dematerialized, transported through midair, appeared in my grill, killed my friend, and gave me a bad day. I'd be like,
No.
can I surrender and live for the rest of my life in like a convent, taking care of puppies and molesting children?
It almost seems like you're the Darth Vader character because it seems like you're on their side with the Void Wraith game. You've just shot it with a sword and started murdering them.
Yeah.
I'm only surrounded by fear.
See,
and
this is
defeat.
the point where you, because you know what information we've got. This is the point where you say, "Is this how you greet the Revenant?"
Do we have that information?
Yes, we know that name,
Uh.
and therefore you know that name because we dumped all the Void Wraith information on you to figure out.
There was not much information.
No, we have tons,
Yeah.
and all you have to do is ask for it. It's
Oh.
here.
Well,
we have this.
I eventually dug up the stuff that Tim was.
Oh, because I only
Right.
had some of that. So I only had like two random pages.
Oh well, when we get back on the Citadel, ask for it, and I'll give you the
Well,
the dossier.
To be fair, he didn't research a lot as well.
It was mostly Noel that did the work, but Tim had it. You gotta keep an eye on that kid. Any excuse.
He's just going to pull a grenade and then just activate it while it's in his hand.
You got it. Hang on.
I get that.
Do you
mid-turn
get an
reaction.
AOO because a grenade is technically a ranged weapon?
No, because he's not using it like a ranged weapon.
I was trying to be semantic.
I get the because I
You
get
get
that
the
action.
reaction to try and.
So what action?
his hand off.
Yeah. No. Well, I was
Kung
thinking
fu it away.
throw him.
Oh, that's right. You're biotic.
Yeah.
I keep
Like,
forgetting
don't
charge is a
forget-
biotic thing.
It's a
just running
it's a
quickly?
quick action to you don't get to use a full. It's more like you can use a movement action in order to
Could he use one of the innate little quick biotic things like move light object,
The guy's
You would
holding
have
it.
to have it prepared. I don't know.
which you don't. Okay. What would I do if a guy just pulled a grenade on me?
Use your biotic powers to make him stuff it in his own mouth.
I would just stuff it in the mouth.
But you don't get an actual action.
No,
though.
you see, you get like a quick response
reaction,
thing.
basically.
So you know,
So I could duck behind this.
hang on, you're a martial artist, right?
Yeah.
You could kick his wrist
What's your level 3 or 4?
to try and.
Because I've got a higher level due to ranking it up with training instead of leveling. Yeah.
What about if you martial arted him and pinned him so his
No,
arm-
that's like a complex thing. I'm thinking like a quick thing, like reaction, snap, kick,
Yeah, just to disarm.
kick him in the wrist or something, and hopefully send the grenade flying. Or you could dive behind the table so that only
Yeah,
he
if you
gets
just
blown
dived
up.
over the table, then the desk
Then
might...
take the
Here's
take
the thing.
disc
Like
over with.
Yeah,
I
take the
100 like. If there were more people in this room, I would just stand here and take this grenade because I can take it. I would just stand here and take this grenade and be like, "What up?"
Because that way it intimidates the rest of them.
Yeah, but I'm just like,
But
so
they're armed.
he doesn't even have enough time for one attack action.
No, not.
No, I can't attack.
He could do a basic like quickly like a bam. That'd be about all he
No,
could do.
Or can I try like that, but like stylish because I have martial arts rank?
Well, it's just like, because you,
Spinning
as
hot
martial
kick.
arts, you have that thing where you pin. If you simply pinned him straight down, so his body was over top of the
A
grenade.
pin is super complex.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The
counts
martial
as
arts
a-
let you do it. It's like we're talking like bam, not bam. All grapple pin. The grenade would go off in his face.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm just gonna try to like bitch slap the grenade out of his hand,
Okay.
like just
Okay.
across the room.
Okay, so just make a quick melee attack roll because I just want to see how successful you are at basically sending the object in the direction you intend.
It's a melee attack
and
roll.
far enough.
Yeah,
So it's just plus 15.
not including. This is just not including your weapon.
Not including my weapon, no.
Yeah.
Do I get the plus? Oh no, it doesn't. So that's 32.
He rolled 17.
Yeah. Okay.
Wow.
So it basically
I don't have any characters in any games. that
goes
can get
over
up
his
to those
shoulder.
numbers.
Oh, okay.
And goes over. There's another desk behind him, but it goes over the top
only
of that.
those characters
And then
that can do
basically
that.
rolls up against. There's a door on the right wall, and it basically rolls up near that, at the foot of that.
I'm guessing the desk is here then.
Yeah, it's kind of like that. There is a gap between them, but apart from that, it's pretty close. Yeah.
And therefore the door must be right there. And the grenade is here.
Meanwhile, before that goes off,
It's a shrapnel grenade. It's
Zalo
still-
gets. You say you got about a third of the wall cut through.
Oh, that guy I'm fighting gets another
Actually, probably
action.
about a half.
Yeah, he gets another action.
Yeah, he gets to do something else.
True, he does.
Yeah.
Another one.
And here's the thing, it's on the other side of that.
Well, he can't move and grab it, right? Like,
I'm almost tempted to say he does it again because he has another grenade.
I have a second action I can use.
Well, the thing is, you get to react again.
You
yes.
you eat an action to do it though, so I've eaten an action from my
That's
next
what I
turn.
would do.
Yes. Yeah.
No, you do it cool so that you have it in
Capital.
midair and then you leap up behind it so that when the explosion goes off it hits the table and you're then just like propelled away and it looks fucking badass as hell. Except like I'm in the cinema and I go lame.
The other thing was like, that was a pretty successful slap it out of his hand. Like, does he
Yeah.
want to does he think that's gonna work? That's
It
a
looked
thing.
really cool.
He's
'cause
out
it
of
happens
options.
in
I'll
quick
make
time.
a
He
roll
just like
for him, actually. How confident is he? He's pretty confident. He's going to do it again.
Alright, I'm gonna fucking bitch slap that out of his hand. That's 25.
Another grenade rolls over to towards that same door.
Do you have any more?
Well, he doesn't have any more actions. But
I'm still.
Because I could do this all day.
You've got more
no, he
slaps.
doesn't have any more.
You've got more slaps than he's got grenades.
He's got mind focus and drugs, but I don't think that's going to help.
Aha!
Yeah, use it.
Drugs out of
Well, that was a dumb idea. I should have brought grenades out.
So you probably actually halfway through around.
Sweet.
The,
Now that once I'm at about the halfway point, I'm going to step over to the side as I bring it down. So if anybody tries to shoot through the hole, like, something's happening there, suspicious, pew pew!
yeah, well, there is another
I'm not
guy
gonna
who
get that.
hadn't been shot, so...
Oh, hey!
This is, of course,
What's
if
he
they
doing?
have tungsten weapons.
I'm actually more interested to find out, have I just killed a guy, or were these innocent
Oh, I know what
scientists
you're
going,
saying there.
we took over this void ray face, now we can share the juicy secrets. Go, Justice Team!
Yeah, we can benefit all mankind!
Listen, check with anybody who's in that vicinity of...
I'm a vicinity. Yeah, that's gotta succeed. That's good. That's
13.
20.
18. My laser
You
cutter
get a bonus because
doesn't
you're
bother
right
me.
there. What was your one? Tim?
20.
20...
13.
15.
Everybody who's 15 or higher hears something make an impact with the... basically where you're cutting through. The wall where you're cutting through.
Something make an impact.
Something goes... boom.
Like they're putting something up against it to make it harder to cut through.
No, something smaller has been thrown at the...
Grenade.
Commander, roll sideways!
It's alright, because I'm pushing the wall in at the moment.
Because it takes a turn to go off, so...
Not if you cut it. Does it go off if you deal it enough damage?
Oh, if you
shot the grenade.
if it came in contact directly with your welding, then it would go off. Yes.
But I imagine it's already landed. and
They're about to
hasn't
make our
gone
job
off.
easier for us. This is good.
Yeah.
I mean, we can all take a couple of grenades, right?
It's a wall. I've never been damaged by a grenade through a wall.
I'm happy that I'm standing to the other side, so when the shrapnel...
And this is where we find out it's
wall
not a
comes
grenade,
out,
it's a shaped mining charge. If we're about to get our shit pushed in.
we'll take
That's a
600
good idea. I'll change it
damage.
to no.
Yeah, because the second you start doing that, it's the second I start doing that.
Yeah.
No,
I mean, we can
that's
play-
a null thing.
We can water gun fight
Yeah.
all day.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that's forbidden. I'm smart enough to go, yes, it's fun, yes, it's possible, but you're not doing it. Because the escalation just gets stupid.
We are the elite security for this corporation in trash bags.
With water guns.
With water guns.
It's the most efficient way to play in Shadowrun.
Because you put drugs in the water guns and you put the chemical in it, XTHCD or whatever it is, that makes it, whatever the chemical is, work through skin absorption. So you just run up on the security, you go, psh, you're having a psychotic trip for 9 hours, bye.
And because so it makes armor relevant. So the only armor that works is like
Trash
In
bag.
hazmat suits and trash bags and things like that.
Yeah, and then it's like, haha, I'm impervious to that. Shoot you with a regular gun first. Now there's holes in your armor.
Squirt. It gets dumb.
Jesus.
then you put trash bags over top of armor.
To the point where the entire city in some of these settings was just filled with people with super soakers.
Because in
and
trash bags.
People stop
It's
playing.
like trash bags were now like black market items. They were eliminated, so there was just trash piling up everywhere, and the city was turning into a slum. And super soakers were like, well, we can't. They're just water pistols. We can't. And so they like every fucking chemical gets successively more Delta and Black Ops.
Yeah.
But because you've got these, you just knock over ambulances to get the chemicals. So it just gets dumb. That's why I say that's banned. That's just banned. Don't do that. Anyway.
So yeah, you're all moving, I take it, or...
I'm further down the wall, so
how close the rest
I'm
of
further
the
down the wall, getting ready for my next opportunity to shoot a dude.
And then
Well, he does that, and then you basically, then you get an opportunity to shoot and do those things.
Front one!
Just, well, yeah.
If 25 hit before, I've hit now.
Yeah, I mean, he's not even moving on that.
Oh shit. 2 if against shields. 8 if against shields. Six if against shields. no damage if against shields.
Are one action per round, like combat games, just painfully slow to play?
Yes. And for my second attack, I better not fuck this up. Wars aren't allowed.
Oh no.
Yeah. The 18 on the dice, which is just retarded.
That's not something that makes you good, is it?
No.
You can't one.
I haven't aimed or camped, so my crit threshold is I crit on 19, and that was an 18. That is a 5 against shields. 3 against shields. 7. 13 against meat. Got one more, don't I? 13 against meat. Warm.
Yeah, so the familiar sound of explosives landing nearby throws me into a half PTSD flashback command roll as far as I can throw myself right. Hopefully not colliding with Logain, who might be in that direction. I can't remember what side you're looking at. You're on.
I'm like a couple of feet down this way.
Which is where you'll be diving towards.
So I'll angle it. So I'm not along the wall. Back.
Well, there's an explosion.
Then
And
it's
there's-
exploded.
And then there's a hole where the hole you come across.
Could they just do that job for us, dumb fucks?
We'll finish my roll prone on the ground.
Was it
We'll
enough to
explode
dislodge most
shrapnel.
of the wall? So I can.
This is where Tiala just takes the rubble
It
and goes,
basically
BOOSH!
it just finishes off basically what he was.
So can I launch that back through the wall room? So I was pushing on it.
He was preparing to launch that wall.
If he times it
If
right.
it became
I
loose.
suppose you could.
Oh, all I was doing is just because
See,
I can't direct it. I'm just launching it through the wall, and then Rosa would do the next thing.
you can throw the solid material through the hole, right? Can you also throw the blast back through the hole?
But that's what I was holding the wall, so the blast would have disintegrated the wall quite likely, but the wall would have gone that way. Because once it was dislodged, there's nothing holding the wall there. Equal force. I was holding it there with force to keep it there, but then the wall's dislodged.
In that case, you'd probably just see it disintegrate the panel that you were making.
Yeah.
You were cutting, and then there's just a hole. And it just vaporized anything that was there.
Because the blast would have been
The
contained.
blast would have been contained between the explosion and your threat.
This would have been the perfect time for me to have developed my audio equipment override software, but I haven't done it yet. Trish will remind me to do it when I get back. I told you to! You will do as I say!
But I'm rebelling now.
No, it's too early for that. Rebel later. Later.
Season.
Next season.
Or at the
I'll be-
end of this season.
Even that would be too soon.
I'll be going knees up, bounding through the door because it's probably going to have like a ragged hole. Leap in through the door, straight in, and risk assessment. I need to see what I'm seeing.
Okay, spot check.
Dude, I think one of the guys is just ghost.
11.
But still raspberries.
You see
That's an interactive action.
two
Strike
bunks. Two bunks that are on fire a little further ahead. You see the body of a Batarian on the ground, and a little bit further away, half slouched over a bunk is, you can't tell it's either an Asari, a female Batarian, or a female human.
Keep steadily walking into the room and put a round into the back of its head anyway.
Dunno.
Why does it get a pizza?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I hit it. 26.
You don't need to roll when you're doing it.
Yeah.
Weird place to put Peter's go out.
Yeah, but
weapon might
keep-
overheat.
And wherever the door is, advancing up the set on that.
Yeah, I have no
Okay, so
idea about the internal structure of this place.
Okay, so there's a door in the center of the room on the left wall.
How far does the room go?
Yeah, actually.
It goes up to where the T, where it tees off, so the wall goes along there. And then probably comes down about now, goes all the way down.
All the way down.
All the way down.
Is that wall there, or is
don't
this just
know.
one corridor? Well, we can. You're in this room now.
Yeah.
So is this just one corridor
One.
between the room that?
Okay, the room they're in is basically narrow. You can say this is just a tall, narrow bunk area, basically.
Is it next to the room I'm in? Like, does the room
Okay,
I'm in lead into
At
this
the
one?
bottom of at the very bottom on the left wall is a door.
Okay, I've already
Okay.
got
And
it.
they don't know it, but
No.
there's 2 grenades ready to go off at the foot of that door.
Any other doors?
The one on the left, on the very center of the
How
room.
far? Center?
Halfway down and halfway up, pretty much.
That seems fair enough to me.
2 hostiles down, door front, door left.
Copy.
And
Do we
I'll
blow
set-
the panel over there now to distract them? Or do we wait until some of them start coming at us?
I'm just going to sit up there, so I'm looking down at both doors.
Okay, I'm going to storm intrude before Zalo can get in there, and I'm going to start kicking bunks over,
Making cover.
making cover.
Okay, before you can you can do it, but before that actually happens, because of timing,
Ah, yes.
grenades go off at the front foot of.
The shit was that.
Yeah,
Do they blow up the door?
I'm about to roll damage to
Ah.
see what happens to the door because there's 2 of them.
I'll be impressed if the doors are better than the walls.
Sometimes that can happen. Because it's like, well, we've got armored security door, but normal wall.
You see whoever's in that room and has drawn attention to the explosion sees the door basically come, and you see like some fire burst out.
Pre-scorch another bunk.
Meanwhile, what are you doing to this guy who's shitting himself in front of you? I mean, he didn't even look at the explosion behind him because he's just looking at you with his eyes wide open going, oh my god, this motherfucking
confused
Val
now.
with the big sword's gonna kill me.
He's failed, but he didn't look at the explosion. Is he cool or not?
Surrender or die.
He starts whimpering and gets down on his knees and puts his hands on the back of his neck.
Nice.
I'm just gonna.
He's dead anyway.
Nikita!
I'm just gonna knock him unconscious. If he's putting himself in a position, then I have stunning fist. Like he's just unconscious, right?
Just,
Still zip tie.
Yeah,
Just
just-
slump down at your feet.
Yeah, just make sure your fists aren't on.
yeah. Make sure you don't stun him with the enforcer gauntlet.
Stunning fist. It's like a monk move. It doesn't have to be with your hands.
Elbow.
Yeah.
He slumps forward and his face lands right on the ass of the dead Batarian.
These are the kind of things I was going to do with all the corpses we piled up. I was going to strip them naked, strip the base of all the stuff, and then position them around in various humiliating raccoon-like dead
Oh yeah.
positions
I'll
They
zip,
would never
I'll zip
get
tie
any
his
new-
hands.
with their butts in the air and another guy's face planted in the butt.
Because I have like ball gags too,
Just-
right? Like we all just had them.
Those ring gag
Yeah.
things, yeah.
Yeah. I'll.
Sorry, because you're aware that we're cutting a hole in the wall,
Yeah.
there might be an environmental breach, so if you don't put his helmet back on after you gag him, he will die.
Yeah. I'll put his helmet back on
Cool,
after I get.
just
him.
going to make sure you do that.
Yeah, and then I'll just walk through into the next room.
Which room? The one that
The
just
one that just got exploded into. That's a good way to make an entrance.
Wiping
I don't
his
know
blood
they're in
off
this
his
room,
No.
so I could be walking into a room full of a bunch of dudes, and it looks pretty
You
sick.
are walking into a room with a bunch of dudes.
He walks in, he sees a Void Wraith suit and charges
So
them.
yeah, you'll just have to angle yourself through.
And
because
he's in a
it's
Void
not-
Wraith suit.
It's
So am I.
bent out, so...
Can I not just force it open?
If you make a strength check, you can try.
Can't you use charge to just get through that little gap because it's technically a gap?
No,
I think
that's
you need
a
to
way to
target
out
the
it.
charge. I think that's the way it works, isn't it?
Yeah.
I could target the
This
wall
is
behind.
why you need like a little rubber ball you can throw ahead and go target ball.
So I've got a 21 on a strength check.
Okay, you just push those through like your saloon doors.
Yeah.
Good rounds.
And then I
Faster than a speeding bullet.
yeah, and then I'll
This one goes through the wall.
Yeah.
That's
Spot check
and he
from
follows
everybody
it
who's
through.
in the room.
I'm technically still
Because there's
thrown
sudden movement
outside.
out the
Oh.
from that direction.
It's
This
also
is
a guy
bad.
on
I think I
board,
see
right?
it, which
So-
means it's triggered my prepared action.
Oh, okay.
Is target Void Wraith?
Yes!
no, but we appear on each other's senses. And if
Oh,
you, and
yeah, good point. Your IFF flag.
and if you screen overlay, then you'll see
Which I have.
Yeah.
Okay.
I
So
don't-
ruin all the fun of sudden.
I don't, but this Void Wraith has a sword.
Yes!
It's like, and nobody else I know uses one.
Mental
of those.
note, give Void Race swords.
No, I mean, why not give them axes or something? Okay, so you burst in. Crane.
That's me. I got one alive. I had to kill the other one.
Oh no, you had to kill a bad guy. That's a shame.
How do you know it's Make him tell something about yourself.
Okay, what's your hobby?
Clean.
Checks out.
Oh, he's not wrong.
Even from outside. Sounds like him.
I was sure that was going to be one of those things where you would go,
Sudden existential crisis.
wait,
What do I-
what do I do with my life? Solipsism, replay entire life. Collectible trading card games.
I'll just hit every character.
Now that's what I put that
Is
on
that
your cover
existing?
identity because this is your one character that doesn't do that.
I was going to say, does D&D even have collectible trading
It has the magical key game.
It has the magic key thing. It
That's
collects
true.
magic items. So he literally collects like Horn of Summoning, Mask of Furor,
To be fair, in
Golem.
superheroes, I made that character that played Magical Gatherings before I started playing it. So like, it wasn't just this is my hobby, my character does it too.
Yes,
Yeah, but now it is.
Now
Now it is.
it's actually the other way around. Your character did it, so you decided, I might copy him.
Well, actually, to be
I wouldn't be
fair,
Batman.
didn't you do that because there was a pre-existing like whole place and setup that did that?
Yes, he
So-
reasoned he could through there, and it was something the gamer was doing. And
Yeah, there we go.
Shit, even better.
Okay, so you
See,
guys are all in the-
someone actually cared about their character and wanted to interact with other people. Soviet.
No, that was...
Just saying, I like
I like
the
eating ice
Soviet.
cream with other people.
Or I just played a character that had foresight and made their life such that they forced themselves to interact with everyone.
Yeah, there we go. Soviet.
So yeah, you're all in the same room. Now, except for maybe you might still be outside.
I'm still outside.
Oh, okay. And
Well,
you're-
I had to be outside because I pushed the thing in, that's all I can do.
Yeah. But I guess.
By any chance, is there a convenient poster on the wall that says, "Here's the room layout for the building," just in case you wake up and forget where you are?
No, it's dominated by the
Because
Sidewinders.
drawing these rooms bit by
I'm
bit
almost
sucks balls.
tempted to say make a luck roll, but then no, my luck, you'll fucking roll that 20 and I have to match
Watches, even though you haven't asked me to do that, I
Yeah.
waste this 20. Oh my god.
What was it?
7.
No, it's dominated by Sidewinders.
see, this is-
That is a
No
lucky number though,
games
to
are
be
monster.
fair.
Not in
Not for luck
Japan, it
rolls.
isn't. Gotta stop using this die when I'm eating because it just rubs the numbers off.
You're right next to the door.
I'm right next
She's
to
already
the door inside the thing, so
Yeah.
I'm looking down at both entrances.
She's probably closer to just above the middle room door because that's where you popped a thing in the back of that. What turned out to be an Asari, by the way, is here.
Because if we camped in this room waiting for the next group to come in, I could put a proximity bomb above.
This room isn't exactly ideal for camping out.
There is very little in the way of cover because
Yeah.
well,
It'll blow up
That's
a bunch
why I
of
think
bugs.
It kind of half exploded.
I want to pass through this door, find out what this room is, and assault them here.
to say you don't need tungsten rounds to shoot through bungs.
Yeah, that's also
Yeah.
true.
So, I want to open the door for me. I'm going to go invisible, get on the other side of the door so we're not where the door is, and get everyone out of the way of the door.
So there's room in this one where I can open the door safely, right?
Oh yeah, this is a big
Yeah.
long room, and
Well, I'm right
Like
beside
you.
the door, so...
okay,
At the door open.
I'm invisible, and now
Maybe
I
it's
will
like
mirror.
Yeah, we'll get
Once the
behind
door
both
opens,
or
I'll use my
something, I
mirror to
imagine.
peek in.
Are you thinking we'll call it north or south?
I'm on the north side.
Okay, so what I mean, okay, the door opens, right?
Yep.
And there's 5 feet dead wall, and then the corridor stretching both north and south, so because of that, which way...
Does it hang on, just so I can draw this, does it terminate in the bottom door
That's
for the
behind
other for the
counter.
reception room?
No, terminates in a wall.
Okay, good. So
then you can
this is the thing like that. Like so?
You can see, so I say it terminates in a wall, but then you can see just, if you're looking down just to the right, if you're
turns.
looking down, you can see there's the hallway turns around the corner there.
Okay, so hallway goes this way, but I don't know where it goes yet. Otherwise, it's just a featureless corridor, and then the north end there's nothing.
North end runs up a fair way.
Like
before
through this triangle. I'm guessing they're just on the other side of the wall.
it goes up.
You should cross
Probably
up the
about.
triangles
Okay,
with
see
that
that? Yeah, I'm about to say about there, about in line with that triangle that's on the far right, and then it makes a turn to the left. Similar to the one at the bottom, it makes a turn there. You can see. Should we ever see that? Probably not.
Well, once I've established there's nothing in the corridor, I
Yeah.
will actually look around.
Okay, there's a door on the left wall of that corridor, just past halfway up before it hits that corner, if you know what I mean.
Oh, so up here,
Yes, it's on the left.
about there.
Yeah, and then
Mapping like this.
about halfway between that one and where you are
Yeah.
is you can see the car. It looks like there's a T intersection on the right wall.
Okay,
The
so
alternative isn't great. The,
So-
Okay,
just
you would say it's
basically-
just above the
okay,
north wall.
righto.
Yeah,
Yep.
that would make. Yeah.
I think the best one we had was in one of the dungeons in D&D. We got pieces of the map as we explored. So we had knowledge about the map that we didn't actually have, but we also didn't get all the map at once.
Yeah.
We also had
That's
to
the
do
way.
puzzles.
That's the way I'm thinking of doing it in the future. Is giving you printed maps and then just cutting the sections out.
Not printing the map onto a puzzle.
Do you have any idea how expensive that was?
Yeah, have a friend.
Oh wow! Well, it wasn't a complete waste of my time then.
Let's go.
Someone enjoys it.
That's cool that you got that done.
Do you actually puzzle print the map?
Oh, we spent so fucking long.
I mean,
Because it came in bits.
I
We had to
thought about
assemble it
cutting the
so I could
on the
portion it out to
spreadsheet,
them.
but,
Yeah, to put it into its
Yeah.
Well, in universe, it was in those puzzle pieces too. We found them and put
Yeah.
them together.
Oh, nice.
The map was a puzzle. There's your dungeon puzzle. So anyway, okay. I will relay all this information to the team, and then while I'm still got my cloak timer up, I'll quickly run up and down the corridor to explore those intersections.
make another spot check as well. I forgot to mention something. Not that it probably matters at this point.
17 on dice plus 11 or so.
At the end of the corridor, at both ends of the corridor, I should say, both the
8.
north and south, you can see cameras.
Okay, you know what? Go back in room. Decloak. Bang, bang! Fuck you.
You still have to make, I suppose, rolls to hit them because they're small.
That ain't gonna work. Neither was that.
And then as you wander right up under them, but that's gonna
No,
take
I'm just gonna keep going. Okay, that'll hit.
No, well, you could say because you only fired 2 shots, right? You could say "Oh, I definitely got them." Oh.
I think they're out of range, and I think they are anyway. But yeah,
Overload is...
certainly the top one would be. I'm not the south one. You probably get. But
60 feet overload.
you'd hit the bottom one, but the top one's definitely out.
BANG! Fuck that. It's dead.
We don't need cameras.
I'm just gonna spaz
Because
out.
cameras at this point don't really. Well,
It's like,
kind
they
of.
know we're here.
Yeah.
And we
It's just that they'll know specifically where you are.
We've
They
cut a
can see
hole
you.
in a door. I blew up that one, and
They
then
know
ripped
where
it
we.
off the hinges.
If they don't know where we are, they're fucking retards.
So they might not have an exact
now I'm
number
going
on
to
us.
just fucking explore, because I want to know where those corridors go. I need to know the layout. We need another room
Just
fast.
one question: is this now where you want to blow up a section of the wall just so they think we've got another breach?
Not yet. I need to do this. I need to know where the fucking rooms are. We have no defensible position right now. So I have to find us a place to shoot. I'm almost thinking of blowing this to give me some cover. In fact, yes, blow that up, please.
Distance.
So which one are we blowing up?
This one here.
Oh, okay.
What are you blowing up, by the way?
It's more of those panel bombs.
And now I need to know the rest of the map I'm looking
This
at.
thing to do like
Start
100
south.
damage.
Yeah, so like,
Yeah.
this is gone. And maybe those people will think it killed by traps.
It might have damaged the
burning
fixed
and fire.
We've like set them in place, so they might be okay.
That just directs
Well, of course
all
it-
of the explosion in one
It's
direction.
south that makes from the perspective of the map, left turn, of course, right from your perspective.
Yep.
And then, of course, there's the door on the
Oh, yep.
that leads into
Cool.
that main foyer area.
I'll clock that. Yep.
And then the corridor keeps going,
Uh-huh. All the way to the end of the base?
not all the way to the end of the base.
How far? I'm not left-handed.
I know.
Here? There?
little more. There, probably, and then it goes. It turns and looks like it heads north again.
Does it have a wall here?
Yes.
Okay, we got some more beefing here.
And you see another camera that's pointing up that. It's on the south wall, pointing up north to the corridor that's.
You menace.
I'm out of combat, I just get my tech points instantly back.
Hacks.
Because I'm not a biotic. An overpowered biotic. How far north are we going here?
Oh, so you're going to the end of that?
I mean, I've got to explore.
That goes all the way to the same height as the one. Goes all the way to the top to this and lines up with the.
Okay, I've got triangles in the way. How does it deal with those?
It should go between. Those triangles and the other ones. Obviously, it did go on a little bit too far, but yeah.
Whoop, whoop, yeah. There we go. Problem solved.
So,
I mean, this map is obviously now not accurate in any way. Does it? Okay, there we go. That's up. Right. Do I see any doors?
Oh, you want doors? Doors everywhere. There's
see
doors.
one door way near the top.
In line with the other one on the other side?
Yes, it's on the left wall, but it lines up exactly with the one that was also on the left wall of the other corridor. Of the previous
Okay.
corridor.
Well, obviously this way isn't going to be the way we go, so I'm going to back out and I'm going to look at the T-junction right above the roof. I'm going to go here. It's like I'm going quickly, moving very quickly. What's this way?
That goes all the way to the end.
All the way to
all the way to the end, and then right angles up, north.
Like
So
this.
yes. So yeah.
And okay, run.
There's
Doors.
like I was saying, there's a door on the north wall halfway down.
Ignore that for the moment. Running up here, corridor.
It leads up. Keep going up, then stop, and then there's a door on the north.
Oh, on the
It terminates in a door, I should say. Yeah.
I think this is the way we want to go.
No further cameras, from what you can tell.
Right, so I'm going to come back in here. Now I want to have a look at the motion detector to see what's going on with these triangle blips in this area.
They seem to be moving around a bit. Basically, they're just moving. Some are going up, some are going down.
Are they like? Do they seem like they're panicking?
Panicking.
No, they seem like they're taking position.
Okay.
Maybe I mean, that's what you'd surmise based on your.
I don't want to shoot this cluster until I know they're bad guys.
Yeah, they've declustered now. Those ones in the middle.
Ah,
So they probably spread out into cover like bad guys.
Well, they could still be people panicking and take.
Only bad guys use cover.
can I just take aim at the closest one, and I just want to just like put one shot through the wall, just to unnerved.
Okay, where are you at this point in time?
So I'm going to be like in this corridor here,
Yeah.
and I
And
just
if
want to
it's a
shoot
Krogan,
closest
you kill it.
triangle. I know they won't be where they are
they're
anymore.
not where they are anymore.
But the closest one that is,
Yeah, crit the Krogan through the wall. See what happens.
yeah, and then he'll go rampage.
You kill them all.
And,
won't it?
and then
Ram-
Dwayne the Rock Johnson Rock will
Playing himself,
that
as he
wasn't
always
rampage
does.
at all.
Yeah, but it won't do anything.
yeah,
'cause
but
it'll
it's
just,
so good.
It'll just go.
I
dink
watched
off his shield.
Skyscrapers, it was
It'll
not
just-
good.
It'll just go dink off his shields. We'll be fine.
Really, I had hope for Skyscraper would at least be mindless fun.
It wasn't even fun.
Oh.
It was just frustrating.
Oh, that's annoying.
Okay, I'm going to assign a number to one of these randos, and that's the one you're going to be shooting.
They're randos. There's no one important here.
So,
I was hoping this
what
was
would have
Secret Revenant
happened-
base.
What would have actually happened, though, is see that triangle that's above the cluster?
Yes.
That's sort of part. It's moved down, but so it's kind of part of them. But again, they're not in a cluster anymore. But yeah,
They're basically horseshoed around a direction, or
they're moving. So
Yeah, I'm just going to shoot the closest one just to, put the fear of Zod into them.
Skyscrapers is like, you take Die Hard, you put you put two children in it,
Oh no.
you take out the fact that it's a Christmas movie, and you make John McClane superhuman.
Oh, well, that's not fun at all.
But John McClane is superhuman.
Do you put children in it? That's the worst part. Right there.
Children make the climax of the movie work.
Oh. Okay. We watched Rampage. That wasn't fun. I mean, it was kind of fun in little bits.
it
you
wasn't
like Baywatch?
Rampage.
It wasn't Rampage. That's the problem.
No. It was The Rock doing The Rock things. Did you like Baywatch?
I mean, yeah. I watched all of that show.
No, the Rock version.
Still haven't seen it.
Okay, that's the version I mean. What about the new Jumanji? Like,
Haven't seen that either.
okay.
There's so many The Rock films I need to see and I haven't. There's also so
Can't
many
keep up with them all.
Batista films I need to see and haven't.
These are
These are more films.
Yeah, none of them are released yet.
Oh.
Oh well,
excited.
Batista intentionally didn't take shitty parts, so he only takes good parts, and he typecasts himself. So like he only plays that same character.
Yeah, which is good.
So like he's like a Bond villain henchman in one of the newer Bond films. He's the best part of that movie.
Well,
That's the sort
right,
of
here we
thing.
go.
Okay, you've chosen to shoot this mysterious character. So roll it.
I fail.
Oh, so you missed them.
Well, actually, my gun over here.
Okay then. Yep.
So I'm just going to wait for it to come off and try again.
Okay. Deacon.
I can't use that. It's too heavy.
You can't use the. No.
Besides which,
Yeah, they're moving.
same
around.
result.
Oh my god.
Again, just wait for it to come off cooldown and try again. Jeez, what the fuck? So I need 25 to hit someone through a wall who's moving. I achieve that.
Okay.
If that's still the same number and they don't have
There's a
bit of-
slightly higher thing now because you failed twice. They've managed to get into more cover, but the thing
Shoot
is,
through cover.
the thing goes through the cover.
So, is that really cover?
No.
Or are you just anchoring yourself to stupidity? So yeah, did that hit or not?
Yes.
Okay. Against shields. 9.
You said you were firing a single round. Did you mean a
One
Oh.
one pull. I don't waste time with single shot. I can. Oh wait, no, I can't. It's auto 4. I have to fire off. Against shields 8. Against shields 7. Against shields 8.
Oh, you broke the streak. Okay, you gotta go back up now.
I hope so. Do I do the second attack just because? Or would this just be enough to freak them out a bit?
Well, you were trying to ascertain what they were doing when they were,
You'll have some holes in the wall to look through now
because
too.
you still don't know where they
No, they're like the size of a
Yes.
grain of sand.
The Justicar, is that thing statted in the game, or are you just like, this is just what Justicars can do?
You're not supposed
That
to know.
You're not supposed to know that.
I mean, that
No,
one
what I
was-
mean is just like, because the way biotic powers work in the book, they're like, a lot of them
You're
are so
not
like,
sup-
blasé, it's like how, like, you know what I mean? Like, they don't work the way they do in universe.
You know you can just create powers, right?
Sure.
Yeah, I'll just leave it at that, because that will have just freaked them out a bit.
Because your gun overheated a couple of times, there's been a couple of actions while you've been trying to shoot through the walls. So the only thing I want to do is come out this corridor. We've made noise. It's fine. Plant 2 proximity mines above the door. They go off based on IFF, so we won't detonate them.
Which door?
This one here.
Oh, yeah.
And then
That door.
Yeah, I thought it would be that one. Yeah.
and then just
Well, since you
get back around to that corner.
so while
That's
you
where
were,
we're going.
So while you were doing that, I would have at least moved around with you to cover you.
Yeah. Because if we're putting bullets through the walls, they're going to have to come out to us, and if they do, they will blow up.
Well, the next thing I want to do is to move us round to this door here and breach in here and take out these 3 dudes. If they're even in this, if this is a solid room, that is.
Do you want me to come in through the side door?
Yes. Because why not? In fact, I was really only in a...
How long have we been out of combat for Crane? Because the shields might have recharged.
We're out of
then.
combat for ages.
Yeah, they would have.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've already done
I
that.
mean, we've already had 2 complete
In
overloads.
fact, take Zalo with you so you've got some range backup.
Yeah.
So Rosa and I will do the door open thing here. You can be ready behind us. I hope that works.
Oh, I've been sitting down doing nothing, so I might as well do something now.
So let's have a look in there.
Time it, open the doors at the same time.
So which one are we going
I actually
to?
want to open the door after they open the door.
I don't want everyone to be looking in
This door and
direction
that
of your
door.
door at the same time this time.
We
I'm
are
much more
going to
affected
this
by
door and they are
staring
going
at
to
the
this door.
Okay, so who's going first?
They're going
I'm
first.
just because I'm the invisible door look.
Yeah.
So he says go, I open the door.
Okay. We've got need a door opens up. It's basically a mid lab, and there's a solarium
Size of lab.
about halfway. Oh, you see where that door is? That they're going to open. Yeah, the wall runs along there.
Like this.
Yeah.
And tell me when to stop.
It should. I think it stops when it hits the corridor. I'll just double check. Yeah.
So all the way along.
All the way.
Until it hits that north running corridor.
Okay. So there's just... okay, so I'm just going to be like, this is a separate room. It's a med lab. There's a solarium.
Want us to proceed or just wait?
You might as well proceed. But we'll take out the solarium separately and then come join you.
A bunch of flask stuff flying towards the door.
Filled with stuff.
Yeah, just start smashing on the floor around the entrance.
I'd wager if he had a gun, he'd be shooting wildly at the door.
I'm still not sure we want to get hit by a flask full of weird chemicals.
Can I fling it back at him?
Oh my god! You can try because he's just constantly grabbing stuff from what you can tell him.
Oh yeah!
Catch one of the flasks midair basically with your biotics and then just
Whip it back in its
whip
place.
it back. Yeah.
Just not even that. It's just like sort of biotics reverse direction of trajectory. It's just like. I wonder if he got a face full of James Bond urine.
No. The most corrosive thing in the universe.
Just a biotic attack just to see like you succeed in flinging it back. I just want to see if you hit him with it or whether it.
Plus biotics.
Yeah. Plus.
23.
Okay.
You just asked for a use the force check.
Pretty much.
Oh!
Oh no!
Roll for how bad it was.
Natural 20 on how nasty is this stuff.
See, I told you we didn't want to
So
get
his
him.
helmet starts melting into his face and he screams and
Stasis him immediately.
Oh, that's just gruesome. Stop it. Well, I hear the screams. Lean around the corner. Start recording.
What if you stasis him? Doesn't it?
Get closer. Record the whole thing. Third, right? Broadcast video on all channels. Who's next?
You and your psychological warfare.
Let it play through once. Cut camera shot to me. Who's next? Back. Again.
I'm watching.
I am on it.
Back. Closer. Who's next? Again.
Yeah, but that is some twisted shit.
Just glad that
Logan
it hit
wants
us.
his renegade points.
Closer. Coming. Off.
Save.
Save. I might need that again.
Meanwhile, the two guys
Okay,
watching
so
TV. I don't
we'll
like
now
this
just go
shit.
back to upright. It's like,
Yeah.
this is just weird. Did X-Files get really dark?
Totally.
Right, so I'm gonna open this door.
I feel sorry for the guy who was masturbating to porn and then suddenly that came up.
And he finishes and it starts melting. Oh god!
And then now he has a low gain fetish.
Oh God! Suddenly there's dicks.
Along with the Justica, there we go.
She's so hot for low gain.
You gonna say something before
I open the door.
Okay. Swap check again?
Because technically you would have opened the door before the beaker thing happens.
Yeah.
Because I'm guessing you guys were almost synchronizing this?
Because I was planning to go like 5 seconds after that open.
Yeah.
So yeah, this is technically back in time.
Yeah. So this is 25. Spot.
There's a bunch of couches that have been piled up, and peeking over them, over the top of them is a Turian and Batarian with assault rifles.
Size of the room by any chance, is it just where the T comes down and meets the thing?
Yeah. Just double check that. Yes. There is a...
Door at the back.
Oh, sorry. No, it goes all the way to the end of the corridor as well.
Okay, I'm good with that.
And then on the north wall, but on the very left-hand side, there is a door.
Cool.
So yeah, they piled up a bunch of couches and a coffee table by the look of it. And they basically piled them up as
They're
cover,
break room.
and they're peeking over the top, waiting for somebody to come through the door.
It's a
All
couch.
grenades to come through the door.
I'm charging. Do they get? Is it like because the prep like? Because I would have to go like peek, charge. You know what I mean?
So how much solid stuff can you charge? Can you phase through?
I believe it. Anything considered cover?
Yeah.
Yeah, but when there's multiple stacks of cover, if you know what I mean, like
Can
there's
you
not just
charge through
cover,
your cover
there's
and
cover
cover?
in front of cover.
In the book, it literally says you can phase through walls, and walls are considered to be 5 feet thick.
Actually,
Yeah.
they're considered on average to be 1 foot.
Are they?
It's just because he uses Donjon
Oh.
Map Maker that they end up looking 5 feet thick.
Yeah.
Works out well. Because they've got about like 10 foot of cover in front of them because they've just stacked stuff out in front of stuff. Because they're like, couches don't stop a lot of stuff, but if you stack enough of them in front of each other.
Maybe,
it's
maybe.
And they've done visual cover.
But charge also, it doesn't just move you in a straight line. It's like when you use it in the game, right?
Yeah.
When you charge, you go like, what?
We phase through the object and then.
Like in 2, when you charge, if there's a small cover, you go over it. You physically your face goes over it.
That's because it's actually part of the map.
Oh, is
thing,
it?
So that's why it.
Oh.
But I mean, it does do that.
Because the other thing is, as I know in the game, there are limitations on what you can go through. And actually, like you can't go through solid walls.
Or death drops for reasons.
Yeah, death drops for reasons.
Even though it's like 10 feet over there, I just can't. I could go around, but no. Charge has to be a bitch.
And not be able to get me murdered.
I do not have a book on me.
Yes. I will check and see because yeah, I would think there'd be a limit to how thicker stuff you can just go through, but
I assume a lot of things with this system.
Useless.
I really appreciate it.
No, I mean, I click on the thing and start typing, and it just didn't register the click.
Ah, okay.
Jet dodge. Ooh.
So using jump jets to dodge stuff? Like what?
No, it's that little dog and he's got a
you
jetpack
don't.
on.
We've seen you climb. You don't want to fly.
It's to negate the climb checks.
Can you fly?
I will improve those jump jets. Put myself in even worse positions.
Then you
Okay.
will be a ship. You will be.
Biotic charge. Effect. Character uses biotics to augment speed and strength and charges across the battlefield towards a target. Range to target varies with specialization. This culminates in a powerful collision that deals damage, varies with specialization, and sends the target enemy flying backwards. This power also compensates for impeding obstacles by allowing the Vanguard to phase through solid objects en route to their target. The affect target is allowed a fortitude save to avoid being sent flying. Larger enemies are not say blah blah blah. It doesn't say what the limitations on the phasing through solid objects. I guess then it's entirely up to you.
Because I mean, otherwise, what's stopping them from going? Oh, there's a base on the other side of these mountains.
Yeah.
Well, it does
That's
have a
the
range.
thing, I have to be able to see the target. If that's peeking out,
Well, it does have a range, doesn't it?
yeah, it's a
you're
finite
capped by
range.
range too.
Yeah.
Range up to 70 feet at range
And
3.
it's also I have to see that I can't go like when Logan's like, there's a dude through that wall. Pew. I can't go like, there's a dude through that wall. Charge.
He has to be able to see.
I have to be able to physically see them.
So if you hit hunt him,
I mean, I'm going to let you go because it's not that. I mean, it's not ridiculously thick, so you can charge through it. Sure. I was more just curious than anything what the limitations were.
Apparently nearly not.
Doesn't say. Thank you, Mass Effect book, yet again for being so informative.
You really should actually define what the limits are, but I guess that's why we have you.
Because, like, there's a different, like, for me, I'm like,
Just roll.
It's already gone in your favor.
I've already hit them.
Yeah.
Which one?
The one on the left.
One on the left, the Batarian.
Oh, it's a Batarian and Turian, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cute.
You hate Batarian more, so that's what I'm saying.
That makes sense, yeah. They are just the worst. I've got 14 damage. And he gets a fortitude save.
He's already failed away one much. 14 damage, okay.
If he's failed the fortitude save, I will follow through. Fuck.
You stabbed yourself.
That's not helpful.
Yes, it is.
Well, all the other times he's buried his sword in the plating.
So you bury his sword in the couch.
Yeah, so I rolled a 1.
Okay.
What happened?
All I'm going to say is you don't get your second action.
So, like, how... Okay, what happened? I, like, tripped or something?
Let's see what...
I mean,
what-
mechanically that makes sense, but what's the in-universe reason for why I don't get to go again?
You could always make that up.
You're not likely to slip on something. During the charge, one of the couches that they had piled up fell awkwardly, and when you went to thrust into them with the follow through, it just dropped in front of you, and the sword went on the couch. Let's say that.
This now
So
provides him with one couch
your
worth of
second
cover.
action you need to use to remove your sword.
I don't need to remove my sword.
No, but in universe, that's what
Okay,
you chose to do.
yeah, okay, yeah.
Because you have to lose an action,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
that's
You
what you're
got it.
doing.
So you still technically get it, just by making that be the thing you do.
Then Zalo saves the day with
2 grenades. Fuck Crane.
That is not canon, I'm rolling damage.
Let's not do that. So you downed one, and there's still the second one.
So, yeah, one is down.
Yeah.
The second one is still up.
Sweet.
So from the cover.
Although the one who's down isn't dead.
Yeah.
Yeah, but if he's gone down to prone, probably cannot be seen from the door anymore.
Yeah.
So that one's probably
Plus, he's less of a danger because he has an action to stand up. And
Oh, that's the Turian that surrendered. I'm like, who's this Turian that's not dead?
less than 30 feet to the couch
Yes,
cover.
yes, it's always you, Logan.
Is it less than 30 feet to the couch cover?
Less than 2, let's see. No.
Then I'd probably fire from here.
Wait, to
To
it
get
is
to
to
there.
the front of the
Yeah,
couch cover,
that's
but
what I
not
need.
to them.
Yeah. So I'm going to use my first action for movement and combat sprint. The crouch thing. Move to the front of the cover
Which is 10 feet away, so that's, you know.
and then open fire with the. I remember its name eventually. Oh, the crossfire.
Crossfire!
On the standing guy. And
Okay, so the
hopefully-
Turian's the
yeah,
one still on his feet.
on the Turians.
You know how those things go up.
Me too.
I've lit enough of the furniture on fire for today.
That's not the right answer.
That's not how it works.
That's a good roll.
It is
Yeah.
a very good roll.
It is.
You can't miss with that.
24. I definitely didn't miss.
By any chance, does the
No, I'm
crossfire have like a 19 to 20
That's,
crit?
that's what I was checking.
Remember, you get your ammo mod on it.
Turians!
Yeah, Inferno. Which doesn't work against shields, does it?
Well, I mean, I don't think it does any. I think I don't think it like does any of its ancillary effects. I think it does damage shields. But,
Oh,
it
yeah,
doesn't,
'cause
but
it
it
has
doesn't.
three
But it
fire
doesn't
damage.
But it doesn't like set things
It
on
doesn't
fire.
fire.
Until
you've
you've got
got
three
through.
shields, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so roll your damage.
6 on the first one. 6 on the second one. 6 on the third one.
I was so expecting that too.
And
six.
8.
Oh.
That's a lot of damage. It's actually not that much damage.
Well, no, not the. It's
Shield
the
pulse.
sound.
We're not there yet.
And I'm on the other side of the cover.
I am in their cover, all up in their grill. They're about to come down with a serious case of ligma.
Okay, so Batarian's gonna get back up.
Do attacks of opportunity exist? Can you stab him?
I can if he tries to just stands up, but he's going to take an
No, but
action
you,
to stand
you
up.
knocked him prone. Does that knock him prone? Did you knock him prone?
He has
or what?
shields on, so,
So he only goes down.
He only
Okay,
goes.
so when he gets
So
back up,
I've physically moved him one square,
Yeah.
because that's what charge does, but I haven't sent him flying away.
yeah.
The thing is, if you send him flying away, it probably would have been better for him in the sense that
He would have recovery time, and he wouldn't have
he could also shoot at Ray without an
Getting-
attack of opportunity because he's further away. But he
And
can't.
also, he could do it from the prone position, which makes him harder to hit from range.
He could have just not gone up and just gone.
Yeah.
Oh, he's gonna try and. He's just gonna pull more couch between us.
Just wants to build a pillow fort.
Yeah, this is my couch fort. The other one's going
No
to shoot
drow allowed.
at Zalo because Zalo shot at him.
Were they not beside each other when I charged? Because I'm in the square of the other one. If the other one is shooting and I'm beside them, I get an attack of opportunity.
does.
But I don't want you.
AFB drill senpai.
It doesn't, because he's not shooting at you. I was thinking, but you still get an
You still get the
attack
attack of opportunity.
But
What do you think of that? He's just been shot at.
Well, he did get shot at, but he also has a drill standing beside him.
No, because there's a couch between you and him.
the couch.
And because he got the one.
Yeah.
And the other one also pulled more couch.
How many couches are there?
Hundreds!
Like dozens. This was the couch to build.
The couch.
That's where you gotta set fire
Okay,
to
we
them.
say couches, but what it is it's a hot. It's like a they've got a bunch of armchairs that are like, or like it's like a big couch that's made up out of segments, and they've just been pulling those.
Like our old shitty couches of nightmarishness.
Yeah.
This is where they all ended up.
Yeah, that way you don't get your take of opportunity.
Couch cover is good for something!
He misses.
Good job, idiot.
Somehow. He rolls a 3, but he's got another chance
He's
to
got
shoot.
couch cover.
It's the couch cover, man.
Doesn't
Makes
he
you
overheat
affordable.
his gun on a 3?
I thought he does too, it's below 4. Never mind then, he doesn't get a second shot.
Because 4s aren't allowed, and your gun overheats on a 3 unless you have like special
Some
cooling
kind of,
heat
cooling
sinks.
stuff, yeah.
Which is what, because I was rolling all those 3s, it's just like overheat, overheat, overheat.
No, he does, he overheats. So he can't do the second shot.
And then you think, overheat,
So he goes,
Couches.
Shit!
Of course!
Incinerate!
Maybe we want these couches.
Okay, we'll go back to Ray, I guess. I mean, I should roll
I
initiative,
need
but
to-
I'm just going in a circle.
I have okay. I literally cannot picture where I. So like, I am just like picturing a nightmare of couches in every direction, and somehow I'm in the couches and have to maneuver around. Like,
Okay, there's a couch behind you.
yes.
There's a piece of couch behind you. There's one between you and the Turian.
Can I walk over that couch? I could walk over a couch in real life.
Yeah, you could probably step up on top of it if you wanted or something like that.
Because I believe the turret is
Or
on the
knock
other
it
side of it.
aside.
Oh, sorry. Could I just knock it aside and kill this guy then?
You could knock it aside and then like stab him if you wanted.
Range.
No, but you're intending to attack.
The other guy.
No, it doesn't work that way.
Cool. Do you want a strength roll to move the couch?
No, it's not that easy.
And they were depending on it for their life, and it's just like, nah, whatever.
It's serving us better than it served them.
Doesn't it work that way? The other guy went to fire at him, and he was going to attack him because he went
Because
to fire.
he's using a ranged weapon in melee range.
Yeah.
Or at least we thought he was, but he wasn't because of the couch.
There are just I cannot wrap my head around where these couches are.
Just shut up and kill them. Solve the
I'm crap.
situation,
He's
Chris.
dead.
Sure, okay.
I mean,
I
I
don't
have
see you
I have-
rolling any damage that's not
I have
going to-
26 damage before I roll my dice.
Yeah, no, he's dead.
So there's one.
They're all very poorly built.
So there's the one remaining
Wait,
guy who
so
was
Terry
down.
You gonna come with me?
Yeah, sure.
Oh, sorry, there's...
It's
Sorry,
just
you
like
killed the
rainbow,
Turian.
everything
Sorry,
else.
yes, there's the
Terry's
Batarian
going to need a help
who's on
on
the
this
ground.
one.
Oh, no, he got up, but he's a little bit further away. So he's actually standing now. He's, like, you can...
Cool. So I'm just gonna walk as close as I can safely get, just strolling up, hand out, incinerate.
I am in the couches!
Incinerate only affects a single target.
Oh,
Yeah, the couches!
No. Hopefully that guy's chest cavity.
It's incinerate. It's just going to wash over him. You can't incinerate a hole in him.
Where'd you crit?
He did!
Crit tick powers?
No.
Ah. But I'm going to assume that's a hit. That's a touch attack as well.
Yeah.
Double checking. 38 plus 3.
That's 18.
Oh yeah, no, 3 dice. So 18.
Here's the problem. He still had shields up.
Yeah.
So all you do is decimate the shields and it doesn't go through to the next layer.
DC 19 reflex to go on fire.
It doesn't work until the shields have already dropped. Yes.
Yeah.
Well, he's got no shields.
Maybe he'll just run.
Is he next to me now? Where am
you'd
I
have-
in the couch, man?
You'd have to take... You'd have to take... If you take one step... You just stab that Turian, basically.
Yeah.
If you take one step to the left...
You can stab that guy
You can
too.
stab-
I just want to know if he's going to provoke an AOO if he shoots.
He will. There's no couches between you and him.
Okay.
You're all
What's
good.
up?
The incinerate power doesn't mention anything about it not working against shields.
Oh,
Anywhere.
can light shields on
It says
fire.
bonus damage to plating,
Yeah.
but it doesn't say anything about the shields not preventing or actually.
The extra burn damage.
I'm looking through the
I just
whole
remember
thing.
they didn't in the game
Yeah.
until
Yeah.
you got through, so...
I mean,
I mean, you could do extra damage to the shields, but...
Unless it specifically names it in a section for fire damage.
yeah, I don't know. I can't find.
I can't think of an in-universal reason why it would stop fire damage. It's very slow.
That's the thing, because they're not shields; they're kinetic barriers.
Yeah.
But I mean, again, that basically means it's just up to your interpretation of the game mechanic.
I don't know. I think the Gen came pun kind of thing it occupied in the game, where it was like the murder of armor. That was good enough. It doesn't really need to massacre shields as well.
Yeah, I mean, it would have got rid of the shields either way.
And he can spend a turn putting out the flame.
He'll still take burning damage for that turn. But
And make a project of it. But
yeah,
they
because
can
it's
wait
burn
till
damage
after
for each
game.
action on fire as well. Which is
I think Brendan used up the actions. That's good. You could surrender.
for just
I will make a morale check.
just for what he's seeing. So my arm is still up, and my Omni tool is still active.
No, his morale's surprisingly good. I.e., he's stupid. What's he got a business card?
Aha!
He uses a kung fu symbol.
Some effects may deal different type of damage, such as fire damage or electric damage. These special types of damage work like normal damage, but certain circumstances may mitigate or even negate them depending on the GM. For example, the GM may determine that the effects that deal fire damage do not work properly in a rainy environment. So, it's entirely up to Ken.
Right.
Yeah.
Isn't that everything though? Really, at the end of the day?
Yeah, at the end of the day, but I mean
Yeah.
specifically,
Specifically
the rules say, whatever he wants.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It kind of does make sense that you wouldn't be lit on fire
Yeah.
if you still had shields when you took the impact. But as a
Again, they're
portal-
kinetic barriers.
Yeah,
not
it's
Yeah.
not.
shields.
But you,
It's
do,
like
you
the
shoot
thing
a
is
ball
when
of
you throw
molten
out an
plasma.
incinerator or something.
It goes pretty slow compared to a bullet.
Yeah, but again, it didn't go through the shields in the game, so I'm saying it doesn't. Also, it would be too OP. I think.
It actually
That's
did
the
go
other
through
thing.
the shields in the first game, but it didn't.
I didn't think Incinerate was in the first game.
It wasn't called Incinerate, but it was like this little fire damage thing.
I mean, I know it was Incendiary Realms, but yeah. I don't remember there being a fire-based thing until 2.
You never played a class of melee.
Thank God all day.
My first playthrough was the snipers only, no sniper training playthrough, so I had a great time.
I know what he's gonna do. Because he's right there. He is going to...
Sudoku himself.
He's going to go through the door behind them. And then he's going to attempt to lock it.
Oh, they must be all the way down there.
Wait, doesn't he have to move past me to get there?
No.
No,
Maybe he's the one that you push.
Because
behind.
I've put them on the map in the wrong place. They're clearly like over
Oh,
yeah.
here. So he's gone through there.
You pushed him further away from you.
Yeah.
He's the one that's going for the door.
wait, no, I killed the one I charged. The
Hey.
one that's still up is the one Brendan shot.
Yeah, so he's going
No,
to...
you killed the one that... You killed the one you
Turian.
charged, you knocked down and he crawled away and got up, and then you stabbed the Turian, who was the one shooting at Brendan.
That wasn't my intention.
No, that he said he wanted to go. The guy that pulled down the couch in front of him to protect
Yeah.
himself.
Yeah, I said I wanted to walk over that couch and kill him.
Or just flip it out of the way.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
So that would
Yeah.
have been the Batarian kill.
So I've got the wrong guy dead then. Okay.
So the other one's still in the mix.
Yeah.
Did the Turian have shields? Because that changes
'Cause
the
I shot him.
incinerator. You hit him with the incinerator.
And then he took 18 damage.
No, he didn't, because they popped when he shot him from the door. Shot him from the edge of the couch.
Oh yeah, there was the noise of the shields popping.
Yeah.
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 He had no shields.
So he took 18 incendiary damage from me
Yeah.
Okay.
and is on fire.
And is on fire.
So he-
Does that just happen? It does just happen.
DC
doesn't it?
19
Yeah.
reflex.
Okay, so well, that. I was thinking, did they get some kind of?
Because he might die just trying to get through the door.
He will.
Yeah, so he takes a D8 plus 1 for each action in his turn.
He only had 2 HP left after the damage you'd done to him.
He
So
literally.
he runs for the door and burns trying to open it. I love it.
Did he open it and they can see his
No,
room?
because he was on fire, that changed the circumstances. He wouldn't even tried to go.
He would have tried to
He
put
would
it
have
out.
tried to put it
Okay.
out.
He runs to the door and he always dies in the door.
So with his first action, he puts it out. He tries to put it out.
And burns to death.
No, if he puts it out immediately, he doesn't burn, does he?
Because it takes an action to try put it out.
You
Which
still take the damage.
Oh, you take the damage during the action you
And
put
he
it out.
only had
Okay.
2 HP.
So he is just dead.
So he falls on the couches and the couches catch
Oh my
fire.
fucking god!
now we're trapped in a flaming couch maze!
We have our own air supply.
Yeah.
We're good.
Yeah.
I'm tempted to send you outside to remove this bomb and put it over here so we can just end this.
Yeah. From which Logan has arrived, he gets to watch this guy burn to death. More footage.
That's not as spectacular. Okay, cool. So this room's on fire and is no longer useful for defense, so we got to take this room now.
I'm going to try to escape the couch maze that is currently on fire.
You can do that.
That's
if you walk
Each
away.
couch has
The way back the way you came, you guys can avoid the flaming couch maze.
Why do we even use doors? Don't you have a cutting torch?
Wait,
It takes time to cut through base doors.
you're in the couch maze, right?
Yeah.
No, you're not.
I have to have a target. Technically, it's on cooldown.
In case we have to retreat
No,
through
you
this
can
area,
Use your
I gotta
biotics
put two
to push the
proximity
couches
bombs
away
here.
from you.
Right.
Yes!
Tricks are busted.
Yes!
Tricks are busted. Tricks are for kids. Okay, so
I
what's
can have one more out.
what are the others doing since you guys just did that? Logan had just sent
We
us
just
horrible
got
footage.
We just arrived.
Yeah.
Okay, so you arrived to see them coming back towards the door because the back half of the room's on fire.
Good job, we needed that door.
Don't you have a cutting torch?
Tech point extinguisher.
You got that?
Yes,
It's
it
a
is
tech trick anyone can do.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'll help too. Half that time.
Yep.
Okay.
Extinguish the flames.
Oh yeah, and I used to incinerate once.
Recover tech
you
points.
get all your
Everything
got your tech
together,
points
so it's
back
all
now.
in one spot.
And just smother it.
I'm not sure how I could spend this many tech points in one combat.
No, you can.
Oh, you can.
can,
just
Once you
wait.
get tech armor or
Can you create
anything
a
like that.
biotic bubble also in order to?
Can I? Can I?
I was
Yes! Here we
thinking-
go, yep!
Be very
I
To
can!
remove the oxygen essentially.
I could.
just makes
I'll
it
be
burn
very
out.
careful with the power.
Actually, in theory I could. Just smother that.
Just make the oxygen super dense and it'll fall to the ground.
So dense everywhere.
Full on display. Okay.
You have no idea how much fucking rage and hatred I feel whenever I hear that. Like murderous rage.
I'm gonna activate my warp ammo anyway.
Hotel. I'm gonna eat toffee pop.
Those are still there?
Yeah.
I'm glad I only have to buy you biscuits like once every 2 weeks.
Yeah, unless he inhales them. Well, I suppose we should check out that door.
Usual door opening
Usual
sequence.
door opening sequence.
Oh, boy.
There you go, Logan. Here's your
Oh, Look,
Security room.
how many dudes? What? How? Wait,
Hey,
what?
we might want to draw this room in.
Okay.
Oh, I see what's happened here.
Yeah. This is the bad way of drawing maps.
Okay, so it's basically just can.
Just can. Okay.
Okay, that room just the room just below it. Draw a line halfway up, going straight up. That should be closer to the size of the security. Yeah,
All the way, just there.
all the way to the top.
Okay.
And then on the left wall at the very north is a door. Yeah, there we go.
So our door here enters here.
Hmm.
Okay. I'll put a wall there, so we know. Okay, and there's one guy in this room, and he looks super prepared.
Or his morale check is horrible because he watched the Batarian.
Do we throw the burnt corpses
He's
right
there,
in
with
the doorway?
he's there with the butt of an assault rifle, aiming it over and over and over into the security terminal that's in front of him.
I activate my tech shield,
Okay.
which, because it is a power that only affects me, and it's an activation, does not deactivate tactical cloak.
It doesn't.
It does not.
Okay.
I've done this a couple of times where it's like, so I've just got the tech, but you can see the tech shield, but you can't see me. So
Did you do that demon?
I've got
Balrog
that
thing?
demon Balrog thing going on. So I'm just going to advance on him very, very, very slowly with a prepared action of whip up and shoot with quick draw,
Okay.
and I'm going to be like, come for you.
Holy shit!
He turns and shoots himself.
The appropriate
He turns
response.
around and well, he already turns around with the weapon, and then he basically raises it, and your direction.
Sinner. This does drop the.
Well, yeah.
Oh, good.
Not quite that.
Number. Okay, so that is going to be 23.
I mean, you almost had to roll a sub 4 to.
I almost did. You've done well so far, so. Mistake.
Betrayal!
3 against shields.
Oh, yeah, I better actually pull them up here.
Oh, then I just kill him, right?
No!
Terra dropped his shield.
Stupid,
Terra
dumb.
dropped his shields, then so did I.
So it was 3 against shield.
8 against shields. 5 against shields. 1 against shields. That was it, right? Boo.
Yeah. And then I suppose he shoots back.
If he wants to. He doesn't have to.
If he can,
It's a reaction.
if he can
It's
even
just-
bring his hands to do it.
He still hits.
Damn, Gus.
I mean, you're right in front of him. That's got no
I
cover
have,
whatsoever.
I have a natural diff of 16.
He still hits you.
Oh, just checking. I thought my diff was pretty high.
At least you got the 2 shields.
Well, yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
I wouldn't have done it that way if I didn't.
13 to your.
But doesn't the shield have
Shields.
shield DRs and it takes them off every shot?
No, he doesn't.
Actually,
No, it's 1 off each.
It's tick armor.
It's 4 off. Just take 4 off.
I believe Tech Armor does actually do shield DR.
Yeah, because I had it in my original stats before I realized I wanted to change them.
Definitely.
That's the extended, right?
My favorite.
Was that total?
The 12 or 11. It was 12.
Minus 4 if it does have DR if it's 1 for each.
That's weird.
I think the last shot didn't do anything as it was blown. The last.
Sorry. Oh, it's called Tech Armor, that's right. Yeah, I have Shield DR1. How much?
It's only 8 damage.
That's how math
Initially?
works, I think.
Okay, so these next numbers I'm going to report with one already taken off for you. So the first one's 3, then 2, then 3, then 2. And that's his turn. Shooting 2 lots of shots at you, basically.
Repent, sinner. Kills aren't allowed. Gun overheats.
Okay.
Come
Fortune-
into the room and start crossing left, so I'm not.
Yeah, I don't have another action.
Sure, he doesn't necessarily have to just use the gun again, which he can't do anyway.
I do have quick draw,
Yeah, so you can,
so I can whip up. I can just drop it and whip up another gun.
Oh.
But what I think I will do instead is I will hit him with overload. Wait, not overload. Disruptor.
Okay.
Range touch attack. 15 on the dice, plus Dex is another, that's 20. Plus Bab, 24.
Yeah.
Okay. He gets a DC 18 will save.
What you will, boy.
It's DC 18, so.
Oh, there it is. Plus 0. No, he doesn't make it.
Okay.
Tyrians are stupid.
Right, so he is dazed for 1 action. His Omni tool is neutralized for also 1 action. His armor is also neutralized for whatever armor powers he might have.
Does it turn
He also can't use biotics if he has it.
Spoilers, he doesn't.
Yeah, but he's neutralized for 1 round now, so that means someone else gets free shots.
1 round or 1 action?
Sorry, 1 action.
Yes, so he still gets 1 action.
Well, I assume this was just one of those things that Logan needs to do on its own.
Nope, no it isn't.
No, he didn't die, so.
He loses an action and he just shoots from the other end. 2, 3. Nothing.
Actually, when my shields reach 0, things occur.
You know.
How far away from me is he in terms of feet?
10 feet? 10 to 15 feet, somewhere in there.
Nice. Right, so I have a 15-foot explosion radius that does 3d6 damage.
Okay.
You as well. Let's make a set. 2 4s and a 3.
The shields go down.
That's nice.
It's probably blown back. I actually can't be.
He can be.
No, there's nothing. He can't because
That's a wall.
There's
Right.
the security terminal that.
It knocks down those without shields or plating.
Yeah, but he had a shield.
Yeah, but if he lost his shields, then he doesn't have shields.
No.
Yeah.
It's
So,
like, yeah, it's initial explosion. I think.
Oh, you could get a save to resist the knockdown effect. Doesn't say what this. Oh, it's the DC 18 will save, I think, or fortitude save.
He,
Sorry.
he doesn't need to make this save though because he can't be knocked down with this round.
Yeah, I think his shields would already have to have been down.
Oh, okay, whatever.
Well, it's Logan's turn anyway because he lost the match.
Unless someone else.
Hasn't Rosa entered the room?
Down into the room, going down the left wall.
I mean, he still had more shots, but it would have been interrupted by the.
That's what I was hoping would happen.
Yeah. So, okay, Rosa, you can do something there.
Live or dead?
Dead.
Alright. Cold shot, I'll try and poke one through the front of his visor.
Okay. I mean, you would have seen the shields drop.
It's 20.
He's dead. I'm not even gonna. Like, because you.
So combat is
shot
technically
between
over?
guys. And, yeah.
Beep, beep, beep. Oh. My shields didn't drop. I just realized it hadn't calculated the extra you get from tech shield into the...
To the
Turns
total
out they
number.
apparently did.
Yeah, apparently they did.
Must have been a malfunction.
But I mean, they're gonna come back now because combat's over anyway, so.
Yes, I have to turn tech shield.
Any people can make spot checks.
Yeah, okay.
Nat 20. 19, so 25.
I mean, it really only takes one of you.
Yeah, so I imagine I get it, but there's no point.
Yeah.
Well, this is more like you're busy with other things. Are you paying attention to what's happening on your radar? Because the three...
Apparently I am.
Yeah, the 3 dots that were in the room beside you are starting to move down.
Tango's moving south.
Hang on. Down as in through this corridor?
They're moving directly...
It depends on how they...
Because there are
Because there are bombs on the wall there.
It's a fucked up map, I know. So
Yeah.
they're heading directly south into what you would surmise to be the top bar of that corridor.
Okay. Just remember that if they hit that door, something happens.
If they hit, it's the next one down. Isn't
Yeah,
it?
if they go past that door, he's got prox mines.
Oh, so they don't even have to use the door. It's as soon as they just
Get near it. Yeah.
Okay.
They get within 5 feet of the bombs in the eye if you detonate.
Looks like we got 3 heading south trying to get out of here.
10-foot radius.
Let's
that
intercept
will-
them
might
with
catch more
withering
than one.
fire. Let's intercept them by heading this way. So when they pass down there, we just like...
Call evens or odds, Brendan, since this is your
Use the Valen coin.
Valen coin.
I got Valen a coin.
No, but because that's this head's on both sides.
Yeah, but one
You
side's
can say
fucked up.
scarred or okay if you wanna. But Brendan has to call it. I don't care who flips it.
Well, at least it made
Well,
the
because you
appropriate
can't
choice.
see it.
It's...
I guess unscarred.
Oh, unscarred.
Unscarred.
Yes.
It's on scarred. Okay.
So now they drain my points. Just gotta
Wait.
check them.
Yeah, it's pewter. Actually, not real.
So they're unlucky, and they decide instead of coming down and going to the right, they decide to go to the left from their perspective, and so they come down that corridor and then walk in front of that door.
Oh no.
So an amount within a 10-foot radius of them take 68 plus 6.
Oh my god!
Yeah, but you got 2 claymores here.
Yeah, you put 2 there.
That's the total amount.
Oh, so that 3d8 plus 3 each.
Yes.
That's because one can
That's
bust shields,
legit.
and the other one can bust.
I've only got 1 over here. I can actually only have 3 out. I thought I could have 5. They can reflex to half this on a 19. But
There's 3 of them. Who knows? Nope. Nope. Nope.
sweet. 3, 5,
12.
yeah, 12, 15, 18, 19, and then 25.
Okay.
That was very low damage too.
You rolled it. I've taken all the 8s.
Yeah.
You know that thing you did to me?
So yeah, while they're heading that way, we're booking it to try and cut them off here.
I can see backtracking basically. And
I'm basically hoping we can sort of book around that. They'll sort of come down that way going, ow, ow, that fucking hurt. And then Tiala can go like, singularity or something. And then we could just rip their asses out.
And they probably all got no shields because it will pop the shield.
Hopefully. I think the standard set of armor we've encountered Void Wraith having thus far has about 20 to 25 shields on it.
okay, yeah. So you start heading back, and then of course there's a big boom, big bada boom.
Which should stall them long enough for us to get into position.
Yeah.
Well,
to book it to that corner.
when you come around, you see them strewn among a bunch of rubble and building bits on the ground.
Oh.
Oh, that did.
They weren't wearing armor?
They were wearing armor.
Oh.
But those were, you said those were shaped mining charges, weren't they?
No, the proximity.
proximity
bomb.
mine.
His prox mine's power.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
his prox mine
That's
power.
not quite okay. Well, they're prone and they're not happy then.
Tiala, you want to do the honors? That should still work.
Yeah.
What is
Especially
the
if they're prone.
what does the roll do on singularity?
I just thought singularity happened.
Yeah, I thought you just put it where you wanted.
I know they get
And we could just
they get like a
could
chance
put a
to
grenade in a
defend,
singularity.
Do they have to defend every action? Like in the
No,
singular?
once they're fucking caught, they're stuck until it gets...
No. So they defend the first time, right?
Yeah.
But they're still in the radius. Do they have to defend
Well,
again?
we had this happen
So-
with the robots. If they make the fort thing, then they just can't move.
okay.
The field creates a warp with space-time continuum, creating a gravity well akin to a black hole. Creatures not protected by shields or plating are drawn into the singularity and lifted up into the air in orbit, while particular enemies are held in place. Any character wandering into the gravity, area affected by this power and duration, as well as time it holds creature, varies with rank. So one rank.
I mean, essentially, if they make the save, they push themselves away from it, and then they're not...
So have they got shields?
No.
They get to make a reflex save.
No, that's
They're prone.
No, I was going to say they're basically stunned and prone from your...
okay. So creatures without shield, hit points, or plating are that are in the area affected by singularity can make a reflex save to avoid being lifted into the air, but they're prone. So each round they remain within the area, they must make a new save. The successful will prevent them from being lifted up, but they're already. Its whole into the whole duration. This power can be detonated. Yep, so they're reflex save, fort save, but again they're all up in the air.
There's a
So
bunch
there's a whole
of
bunch of rubble.
There's a whole bunch of rubble. Does it not just go like crunch?
No, that
I mean,
doesn't
they
work
were-
that way.
they
Oh,
were
it's a
bad at
spinning
them.
thing. It's like it's like a blender.
That's
then.
why.
So here's the thing. I don't think you actually roll.
No, I
Yeah.
don't roll. It happens.
It happens. They have to
No,
roll
they have to
saving
roll to
throws.
save saving throws.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right.
God, I
yep.
love singularity.
I'll shoot one of them.
Okay. Your choice. Asari, Turian, or Solarian.
They're sorry, because quite likely she's got
Barrier or something.
14 on the die.
Miss.
Yep, that's on the die.
Oh, on the dice. Okay.
Yeah.
Got Bab and everything to add yet.
Yep. So
Probably hit then.
It's probably like 20.
no, 18 and
Dex bonus. Dex
On the
mod.
gun.
Dex. I thought it was strength.
It's Dex for
It's
shooting.
Okay, 14, 18, 22.
Yeah, you got him. Got her.
Him.
Yet.
Them.
Now
They. Them.
No.
there was one big problem also. It was Warhammer.
Yeah. This is special.
So warp ammo,
And they're flying.
and they're flying. Warp ammo is one at the end.
Problem with being so diverse, there's so many sheets of things.
It's the problem with having powers. There's so much.
You need to solve that.
Well, I can
You're
always take them
incredibly
off
good
you
at
if
just
you
one
want.
thing. And maybe another one thing.
Can I have... Because I don't have enough shit that I can do. Like, not by a long shot.
I could technically give you the power.
Incidentally, they're re-releasing the long shot in the modulus colour scheme, so that's going to look really tight. And think of all the tactics, because the long shot's got like rails on the top, 2 top rails, so you can put 2 optics
Isn't
on,
the long
double
shot-
your accuracy.
Isn't the long shot terrible?
Yes, it's absolutely fucking garbage, but it's got rails and tactics all over it.
Can't you put rails on any of them?
No, I mean, like, it's got rails. It's like 2 on the top, side rails, bottom mounts, because it's so long.
It's got rails for Africa.
It's got rails for Africa.
You can have two scopes on each.
It's going to take a lot to take it away from you.
It just means there's a
It's
lot.
nothing that 100 men and walk.
And it's got that long faux barrel, so you know you've got your sniper status right there.
Jesus.
Because that certainly doesn't make
My
things
favourite
go.
ones are the ones with the barrels where you can put the scopes on the and just have these scopes as extended barrels, and then they've got more tactics on them.
Yeah,
It's all about tactics.
yeah, man. It's tactical.
So you're technically shooting through your scope to go to.
That's what a scope's for. It helps you aim.
Yeah, I like the ones with 2 rails on the top, so you put 2 optics on. It's double accuracy right there.
Stacking those bonuses.
That's how that goes, right?
Yeah, once they're attached to the gun, you get the bonuses.
That's just a +5 to aim.
Here we go.
It's 3, 4, 6. Not under effective barrier.
Sorry?
Not under effective barrier.
She is.
Oh, that gets worse.
Oh no!
So that's 8 on her, the warp ammo will detonate barrier, which also detonates a singularity.
This is what we call a chain reaction.
I can start rolling, or you can.
I think they're pretty much.
Because what's worse is the barrier. The barrier then. The barrier detonates, which puts Violet warps onto the other two guys.
I'm recording all of
Which
this, by
then
the way.
just okay, that's a mispawn of destruction.
And also the shrapnel.
Death. 3 dead people.
Are there walls?
Are they
There
shredded?
already wasn't walls after.
Are they macerated into little bits so that we can't recover anything off them?
Yeah, that sounds good.
Because that looks cooler on my video.
I mean, their armor is going to be like fucked up to hell and back.
I think we might have enough armor by the end of this.
No, that makes it more collectible.
Yeah, we can.
This one was perfect.
This is
armor.
This is like Sidewinders
Battle
Tiala wreckage merch.
Buy some shrapnel.
You get the
Then we go
Sidewinders
inside
loot
that guy's
crate, you get a little
lungs.
piece of armor from a
My little thing is like everyone else's kills are always so generic. Like you shoot them, he blows them up. You shoot them. I just put holes in them. Like it's, at least Tiala's like look cool.
And she's the soft-hearted.
That's really because like that Osiris. So that shit's like exploded from the inside.
I mean, if she was smart and she knew things, she would go, I'm not going to use barrier around Tiala's here.
They don't know.
If they had known Tiala was about to show up.
We don't advertise Tiala's presence for a reason,
So that they don't do that.
so that they're not smart.
I don't think
Tiala kind of advertises her own presence.
Boing.
No, they can't see that because I'm in that suit store.
Does it all fit together properly?
This is just so they can't be happy while they die.
Great.
Pirate scum.
They knew that they were getting invaded. They didn't know it was Tiala. I mean, everybody knows Tiala's a multi-millionaire who's retired now, right? No, that actually isn't public knowledge.
That's my worry.
Did you convince that guy to make one that didn't shoot, or did you just get it from a different
Yes,
source?
that's why this is wood.
Ah, okay.
It's the only way he would do it.
Oh.
It's like, if I'm going to make one out of brass, I'm going to make one that shoots. But I don't need to get in more trouble with customs. It's like, so we noticed you were smuggling this weapon to kill Jacinda Ardern. How did you know that's what I wanted it for? I mean,
What else?
I'm just a big fan of James Bond, which is why I have just these 3 movies.
What else would it be for? Everyone wants to kill her.
It's all good. She's going to teach her kid English and Māori at the same time.
That's actually smart.
I was taught English and Māori at the same time.
Yeah, but your mother's a freakazoid.
Freakazoid's cool though.
Okay, so Tiala has decimated.
We should find out what room they came.
Yeah, so the room that has the dudes, the 5 dudes in it. There's no wall there, right? We can just see into that room. What's in that room?
Shit, yeah, there's 5
Actually, no, that blew a hole into. Okay, if you peer in there, you'll see a kitchen.
Oh my god! What the fuck is this bit?
Nobody beats me in the
Real good.
kitchen.
Is there a dude in this kitchen?
No,
Nah, he moved down to the
moved
rest
down.
of the
There
group.
was a dude in the kitchen. He was cooking up some grits.
So there's 6 dudes in a room below us.
Yeah.
Probably to stop us from being like caught between waves
Actually,
of
they
guys.
probably would have started moving south as well after those multiple explosions.
Oh, so they're moving outside.
There have been so many explosions around
Well,
this
the
place.
thing is,
now.
there's
Well,
no
they ain't
doors.
getting into the ship.
There's no doors down here.
Yeah, so where are they going?
I think they might have just been hiding from the blast.
The basement.
Is there any movement in that area that was near the exploded plate? On the top, and these guys who were in here, is there any movement in that
Are
area?
they
Power
alive?
signatures? Do we need to worry about that?
Oh, they moved more over to the right, but apart from that,
All of them?
there should be 3 vaguely in that vicinity that moved.
Yeah.
Oh, I was just wondering if any of them.
Kind of thinking maybe we send a small team round to the outside, go actually through that hole
And murder those guys.
and
in the
murder
back.
those guys real quick.
They probably been like, fucking, what way are they going to come from? Fuck.
Yeah, see, but I want to get these 4 dudes, these 5 dudes it'll be now,
6
6, because they got joined by someone else from
from the
somewhere.
kitchen.
Yeah, the kitchen guy.
We
Oh, that's right. There's a triangle there. I'm not.
We
seeing
can
properly.
still split the team if you want.
No, we should take care of those 6 first.
I mean, I could lob a couple of shredder grenades in there.
You just put the
Well,
team
yeah,
and you get on the boat.
We could do this as well. We could throw 4 shredder
4
grenades.
shredder grenades and then throw singularity in there.
I'll throw a flashbang first. Because that way, if they don't... Because they could deal with it,
Yeah.
which is fine. But if that goes off and it gets them, then their everything's will stop. Their guns, their tech, everything just stops working.
And then we can just take them
And
out.
possibly they're stunned. And then they can't deal with the shredder grenades.
And then the singularity after
And then the
shredder
singularity after the shredder grenades, right?
If the shredder grenades haven't solved the problem.
How often can I do singularity?
I don't know. What, once,
Or
twice?
shrapnel grenades.
You got like a bazillion...
Might be able to use it 3-4 times, but I can only.
Oh, but you've got to pace yourself with
It's got a huge cooldown.
Oh, yeah.
And even though you go, I'm out of combat for so many turns, it has a long cooldown.
What's the cooldown on it?
It was being
Longer than it is in the book.
It's been increased.
Because otherwise it's the solution to every problem ever.
It's a fucking singularity!
Yeah, I mean, you know,
I mean,
it's supposed to be
yeah.
difficult to use.
The epic.
That's actually one of the beefs I had with the original game. Is the book comes out and it's like biotics are really hard to use. You got to like really wind it up. In the game, you're just like
Yeah.
tossing powers everywhere.
well, that's one of my problems with singularity in the system, is that, like, it's not great unless you combo with shit, right?
Yeah.
Whereas, like, it should just be great on its own.
It should really be great.
It's great in the sense you just do it.
You have a ball of people floating in the air who cannot do anything for like later
don't
on,
even
like
have to
4
range
actions,
touch
and you
attack
can
with
just shoot them very easily.
Well, didn't that first small child who was learning to use it crush a Turian biotic with it in the classroom?
Yes. But that's,
Yeah.
apparently singularity means a different thing in the books than it does in the game.
Oh, does it?
Because like in singularity in the books is like, this is basically a black hole. It started crushing a classroom into it. Whereas in the game it's like, this is a floaty zone of fun. Fun floaty zone. You go to theme parks and people do singularity, so the kids are like, wow!
Yeah. 10 actions.
That's only 60 seconds.
That's
No,
a
10
minute.
actions. That's only 30 seconds.
Yep, then I've got to recharge those.
Biotic points,
8
and
points.
they take
Well,
minutes.
you have like 60 points, don't you?
42.
You can just throw that shit off.
Anyway, should we do things?
Yep.
So yeah, I like the grenade idea.
Yep. I'm just gonna double check the radius on the ammo, the grenade power.
I wanna like just take a little stealthy
what
peek
I've got.
around there to see how far they are away from the door hole in the kitchen, or has the kitchen got like a wall in it and another door?
Yeah, there's a wall at the bottom of the kitchen and another door, which is where you can't see anything.
Well, I'm just gonna put the line here, and it doesn't. By this point, the map's so inaccurate it doesn't matter where I put the lines. Okay, so I'll like sneak up there and I'll just like have the stealthy look
No,
into the room beyond.
beyond, okay.
Do the usual.
Actually, since they were doing that, you look in and you'll see a bunch of like tables. It's a dining area, and there's a bunch of tables all piled up as if they were going to use them as cover. But there's nobody in there now. There is a door at the bottom of the room there.
Okay, I'll go investigate that door. Do the thing again. We'll carefully proceed through the room, checking for claymores and landmines and things at 1/3 normal speed. And then like try the other door on the bottom wall thing there to have a look at the next room down. This is where they do the smart thing.
Surrender.
I would. Well, no, at this point I probably wouldn't.
Okay, so you open the next door and then peek through there.
Well, using the usual stealthy methods.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Okay. What you can see is there appears to be the backside of a Krogan sticking out of an air vent up in the near the ceiling, and there are 2 Turians who seem to be trying to push him into it.
They go So they could do
their
this.
attention's on that.
Well, yes. Yeah.
How many of them? Only 3
This
in
is
the
a
room.
bathroom, by the way.
Okay.
We can't see you do that because you're invisible.
You can because we're not in combat. The first thing I do when I come back round the corner is drop cloak so I get okay, fine, just do
Right,
it
let's
normal.
go. So we're stabbing up the butt?
Well, we're going to be quiet,
Yes.
and then we just kill them.
Yeah.
And then we have fun with the Krogan.
You guys put a grenade in a Krogan's head, but have we put one in its butt yet? Alright.
You take the one on the left.
Well, we'll take the one on the left.
Okay. Move silently rolls from anybody who's actually.
Do those slippers I have
I'm just gonna check my radar to see where
give me a bonus on this?
Should do.
Any that have got the muffle things.
I do, yeah.
Bonuses, yeah.
I don't have that written.
17 plus bonus from slippers.
16 plus bonus from slippers.
Not
I
bad.
don't think you would.
I don't think I get any bonuses, but I rolled a natural 20.
I'm going to stay by the door and just keep a watch in case something goes awry
No, they seem to be too
Bad.
focused on trying to push this Krogan through
through any event.
an event. Oh, the good old sword. And you
Mine's
do the
like
same thing?
up through the chest.
I thought you were going to say butt.
Like from behind them.
Yeah.
And just next to you. Okay.
So you guys have just
Ah!
executed both of the Turians?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
What did I do to the Krogan?
Well, I know what I'm thinking of doing with my tungsten rounds.
He hasn't even seemed to notice, except that they've stopped pushing him.
Tungsten rounds. Gun pressed against butthole.
You're just firing.
I'm macerating him. Now he's dead. I'm going to keep going until there's not much
No,
left.
he's dead.
So we can get
Where
him
did the
out of that event.
other guys go?
Checking motion detectors.
The other... Yeah, there's 3 signals who are now in, you would say, in the front foyer area, heading towards that south door. That main entrance, basically. Or exit, from their perspective.
Right.
I move fast anymore, so if I make a full sprint, I could probably catch them.
No, we go this way. And then when they pass here heading towards the ship, we jump on them.
Well, they're gonna find that dude I captured.
Well, also, this gives our opportunity
So
to
they
loop
could be
around to
4
this
of
one.
them. And they'll probably leave him alone. He's behind a thing. They might not even see him.
He's under a corpse.
Yeah.
Who I was believed cut in half.
There's only 3 signatures moving.
Yeah,
down,
we're checking
so-
the radar. So
See, where did these guys go?
How long does it take you to cut
that's
through
the thing.
walls?
What I'm paying.
It takes me like 2 or 3 rounds to cut through these walls completely, but I could do
Yeah.
something smaller in less time.
So, with checking the radar and that, where did these guys go?
Okay, they'll start heading. The ones who are up higher will start heading down to join them.
Right.
So yeah, those 3 signatures from up higher.
Got any more of those bombs?
The proximity bombs?
Okay,
How many do you need?
let's all book it out the hole and ambush them when they come past the side of the building. Plant your bomb. If we get there first, huck your bombs over here so they blow up in their faces. And then hopefully, maybe we can neutralize their gravity again. Can we do that? Yeah.
I'll be able to do it by now.
There's not a lot of cover outside, so we'll have to use the edge of the building.
Yeah, I can launch my proximity bombs from 60-foot range if that corner is close enough.
You're strong. Grab that stove. We'll use it as cover. Because it's like heavy iron thing. or whatever.
I will take the stove.
Take something you can carry without slowing you down. And
I don't think the stove. I don't think the stove.
Grab some
The
cover
only
coat
thing is you
crates.
just have to make a strength check to rip it out from the...
No, grab some of the cover coat. Oh, there are no cover coat crates because they've been piling up
My
front.
dude, I have like 23 strength.
Okay, whatever.
Turns around to look into the kitchen. Couch.
You want a strength check to remove the stove? At least it's not one of the crate people.
Oh god.
We're the crate people.
That was a different game.
I've got a natural 20 to remove the stove.
Okay, so you just go... Was that even attached in the back there?
Apparently not.
No.
Freestanding stove shit. Oh no, look at that. Right, so we'll book it.
Now let's go.
Okay.
Get the stove.
So you guys are all heading
I
down.
still move fast.
We're heading out the hole.
Out there. Okay.
So we're going to ambush them as they come past here if we can.
Yeah, you'll see them coming out the front, coming down and
How far could I throw
towards the... Yeah.
I'm gonna take a knee and camp until you say to shoot him.
Let's hit them with those prox bombs first.
Yep.
Oh, hang on. So we actually see them like they're
coming along where, basically where your finger is. That's where you see them when you're coming up that
Okay.
that hole.
So they're like here. So we're coming out here. So I'm actually just going to like head towards them, huck my flashbang, and be like, just get them. I like that because also I want these grenades to like cook off before he charges, because once he charges we can't use AoEs at all.
Well, where are the rest of them gone? Because we still have the rest of them on radar. Right?
Those ones will be up here.
They ran down the side, didn't they? They ran out
The
the
question is, are these three alive?
These last Ken told
Yeah,
me
they
they were over here.
I just said that they went down to join the others down
So
lower.
they joined these four?
These four and
So
the
it's-
3 from up there. So
so
the
we've
whole
got
group
10
are now here.
10
There's
out
10
here.
No, there's still only the 3 out there. The others haven't come all
So
the way
they're
down
like
yet.
here?
Yeah.
Okay. In that case, do you just want to fuck him up?
And we can move to ambush the next
and
group.
we can move to ambush the next
So you
group.
flashbang to these guys.
Oh yeah, I'll do that.
You still have to roll that one, yeah.
Right, flashbang.
Oh my god.
Epic Maneuvers music plays. Oh, John Cena music plays.
But is it the best version of the John
They
Cena
can't
thing?
see him because they're all blind from the flashbang.
Okay, so flash grenade. It does a d6 damage, which they'll take. So that's 5 each.
To their shields.
Or to whatever, yeah. So they get a fort save of DC 16.
Okay. That one makes it.
Not dazed.
That one does not.
Dazed.
That one definitely makes it.
Not dazed. Now they get a will save on the same DCs.
Makes it. Natural 20 definitely makes it.
The dazed
And
one?
another.
The dazed one doesn't get that save.
Oh, okay. Didn't ignore the last roll, which was also nat 20. I now just wasted.
Kind of makes up for that last week when I was wasting them hand over fist, I feel. Okay, so everyone the one who didn't make it is stunned for 1 action and also cannot use guns, tech powers, or biotics. Anyone who succeeded the fort save but failed the will save just can't use guns, techs, or biotics. Anyone who passed everything, they're fine.
Only one failed both, the others passed everything, so.
Oh, that was a good grenade, wasn't it?
Yeah, so I will charge one of the ones that is fine.
Okay.
Bang.
Oh, they're all dead now. So, how was your weekend?
13 damage to the one I hit. They get a full save.
Okay, so there's a Batarian or a Turian, take your pick.
Batarian.
Because you hate them so much, right? Why have we never seen Hannah avoid Ray?
They make the
They're on
save.
command.
They make the save.
Or alcohol ones.
I will kill.
No,
I will
Hannah,
attack.
because that's more
We'll kill them. Okay.
Okay.
How much was the damage? So it was.
14.
What's that number?
Okay, so it's exactly the shields anyway.
So
So
the shields have exploded. If the shields have exploded, I will attack a different one. I will attack the one that isn't shielded. That still has their shields up.
Wait, you do damage to shields?
With charge. Charge is so fast that it hits shields.
Oh.
Yeah.
I don't think, can you do that?
I
Because that would be a movement action just to get to the other.
Oh, were they not just clustered together? Oh, okay. I thought. Oh, just.
Do you have quick draw?
Yeah.
Draw the sword that you can use the martial arts feat that
I mean, I'm currently using that one.
extends.
Oh yeah,
its range by one
I've
square
got a 10-foot range.
with one
With
one attack.
with one attack.
Oh, okay.
Well, actually, I can use
You'll
this.
be able to hit the one that was completely affected by everything and is completely helpless, but you won't be able to reach the other one.
I'll just kill the one I hit.
Okay.
Yeah. I'll just kill him. That's a decision.
So I've hit him.
Yes.
Well, it's the difference between hitting and
Do
critting.
you even need to roll damage? What's your minimum
26.
damage?
My minimum damage is it's 13.
Okay, no, then roll. Just in case.
So I've got 20 damage.
For some reason, it's worse when they get them exactly. Okay, Batarian's dead. Who's next?
Crane's advanced into the group, I can't shoot.
Well, you could
You
use
should
it.
shoot Batarian because there's a big enough gap between him and the...
Yeah,
because if he can't reach him, then he's not in melee range. So away you go.
There was also a stove. I put the stove.
Yeah, just someone take cover.
just hit him with the stone charge with it.
Bang! 19, so that's a crit.
Oh, yeah.
with
Oh, that's true. It's
yeah.
Don't you love that?
Okay, start rolling.
Wish I could roll that teams.
It's really rare.
Nice. So 17 on the first shot.
Shields are gone.
No, it's
17
Well,
times
on
2.
that shot.
Yeah.
And that's another hit. Oh, that's better. 13 on the second shot.
Not quite dead, but not happy.
I was thinking, should someone else, if we murder that group enough that I can still do the setup on the next
That's the
round.
plan, so I'm going to shoot as well. 14 on the die, so that makes it 22.
Which one are you shooting?
The
You're hitting
one-
the one, but
yeah.
Tyrion or
Turian.
yeah. It's an Asari who's down, by the way, with completely.
That's exactly the one you want by affected by your grenade.
Oh, fuck. So it's 3.
3 damage.
Yeah. I rolled a 1. On a 1d12.
Do you go?
Aren't you using a paladin, which is a 2d6?
No, Kennebec, which is the one that's got all the buffs on it. The paladin's not modified yet.
What were you asking, right?
Does Logan go now? Because your grenade was a pre-combat action, right?
Pretty much.
Yeah.
I was just doing the courtesy of letting other people do things
Okay.
for once instead of hogging all the. Just so everyone can go before me, except the enemies.
It's very selfish of you being so magnanimous, Logan.
I am very magnanimous.
And then,
Magnificent.
Magnificent.
so then I'll shoot again.
Okay.
Alright, you get to shoot twice.
Please get more than 3.
That's if I hit. 12.
Oh, that's a hit.
20.
Ooh, that's a nice hit.
Yeah. Yeah, 12.
Tyrion keels over.
I trust that Logan can handle the remaining
Sidewinders mercilessly just mow down
Individual?
fleeing.
Ha!
fleeing
Their bandages and crutches were no match for our high explosives and weapons.
Exactly.
Is this combat? I mean, I know there's a dude in it, but
No,
like
now I get my turn.
Yeah.
Oh, Zalo gets his turn.
Zala's setting up for the next combat.
I
Okay.
trust that you're...
Right,
take
so
care of
first
that
thing
guy,
I
so-
do is I hit the prone Asari with Disruptor.
Okay.
That's going to hit because she's
Prone.
Yeah.
Yeah, going.
right. Given that she's dazed, does she still get the saving throw? I ask.
No, she wouldn't. Because
In which case, she's stunned for another action. No turn for her. Am I close enough to just run up and drill her with a coup de grace shot?
How far can you travel on a turn?
Given that I just used Disruptor, I can't do that because that would.
Oh, you'd have to.
I'd have to move and then
that'd be
shoot.
into your turn.
In which case, I will just try and shoot her. Wait, you're standing
Yeah,
right
can
by
we not
her.
just say combat's over because I'm going to coup de grace her on my turn?
She doesn't get a turn.
Yeah, she's fucked.
She's
Yeah,
fucked.
okay.
And my turn and that is get here, 2 proximity bombs there,
Yep.
and wait.
Right, so now we're out of combat. I'm going to set up just on this corner here. I'm camping and aiming as many stacks as I need on the square of that door, so when they come through, I intend to shoot, and then I've got to fall back. So if I can.
Spot check.
They're coming through, aren't they?
Then you got to use looking at the door.
No, that's not so good.
I've got a natural 20.
Okay.
You'll tell us. I got a 12 if you care.
That's not quite enough.
Yeah, so he'll tell us.
19.
That's enough. The barrel of an assault rifle kind of just peeks out from the thing and moves around a little bit.
That's
amazing
not
how
a
this-
person, so I'm not shooting.
But is that enough to trigger the...
Is that within 5 feet of my proximity bombs?
I mean, it would be. I don't know if it would trigger it though. It's
Pretty small.
pretty
Yeah.
small.
You would
I mean,
think
otherwise
the
the
proximity
rain-
sensor would be
The rain and
man-sized.
the wind would be triggering it if that was going to do it.
Yeah, it works off of IFF, so once they get within 5 feet...
Once their suits, so they'd actually have to be fully out for it to blow up.
yeah.
Okay, so
Cool.
so what would then happen is whoever's watching would see this gun barrel slowly poke out and start to go side to side, and then it would slowly inch out a little more, and just as you start to see the hand that's grasped at the front, then there'd just be the blinding explosion.
I'm going to send that transmission that I pre-recorded last time again. And then I'm going to send the transmission of the shredding decimation of those people with her biotics.
And
then I'm
the
gonna
dude that was
and
on
then
fire.
and then the Krogan.
Wait, you recorded that too?
I'm recording everything all the time.
5,
surrender with a question mark.
8... 32 damage.
It's 2 grenades, right?
Yeah, that was total.
Yeah.
Also, I'm just going to add to it a little thing to the
So
end that's just like...
And a
be smart.
10-foot radius.
Well, there's 7 people with no shields who aren't very happy just on the other side of that door.
I'm going to send it again. Be smart.
So here comes the singularity.
Woo!
So you should throw
You're
the
putting it outside the door so they get sucked.
you should throw the
Yeah,
shredder
suck out
grenades
the door.
now.
Well, I can't see inside the door, so
No, we have
Well,
to
the door's
use it.
fucked.
yeah, so I'm throwing it out of the hallway so they'll be sucked out of
Can
the
you shoot your
door.
rocket into a singularity?
Yes, you can.
I wager I can, but I've never been given the stats on the rocket launcher.
It doesn't matter.
It's a rocket launcher.
I
This
will
must
have them by the
happen.
time. I will have
I
them
mean,
by
I know
the time.
these are my babies you're killing, but
This is the way I
Some of them are
feel.
Barbarians, it's
This is
fine.
the way I feel so often when
So,
okay, if
you
it makes
guys
you
are
feel
ripping.
better, half of these, well, almost half. 3 Batarians, 2 Turians, and a Solarian are what's.
so yeah, I'll shoot one of them.
Oh, you're not sinking. You're
Oh, singularity.
Oh, so they have to make the save first.
They've got no, they've got no shields.
Yeah, they've got no shields,
Yeah.
so they can't.
Oh, they,
It's
don't,
so
they don't even get the
So
save.
If they have plating, they might get a
if they've got
save.
plating,
None of them got plating.
so if they've got shields or plating, they get a save. If they don't, they
They're
get
already
all
shielded.
So I just
So this combo works so well.
Well, are you gonna detonate? Or are you gonna let Rosa shoot a rocket launcher into the
oh,
singularity?
it doesn't matter. I can shoot and then she can shoot after that because
There might not be
I
anybody left to
still
shoot.
get one shot.
Oh,
That's
okay.
the only problem. I wouldn't have held off for her to shoot.
Well, I mean, there's nobody used with barrier here, so
Yeah,
It's
it
not
wouldn't.
gonna chain
It's not a chain
reaction.
reaction.
Yeah.
It would detonate the thing, but again, they'll be falling to ground, and it's if I hit.
Actually, it'll be easier for Rosa to hit them if you do get them to fall to ground. Otherwise, the rocket could just.
That's interesting.
Also, it could get affected by the singularity.
Yeah.
17.
On a
You
floating
have.
target, yeah.
Yep.
Which one are you shooting?
I thought you didn't have to roll a hit for the singularity.
No singularity.
No, this is a shot.
This is a shot.
Ah,
Whoever is just the closest.
The
doesn't really
thing
matter.
we have is an M77 missile launcher, isn't it? Oh, that's a sinking capability projectile.
Yeah, you can do that thing where I think you like.
What,
if
one
you
even
take
more?
a turn to aim, it just locks onto the 10 damage.
Travels 40 foot
And
per
it'll
hour.
detonate the thing,
Yeah.
which is. Again, I'll have to walk one.
30 foot cone. If it detects a target, it changes direction to hit the target.
Yeah. This came up a couple of times because it got used a bunch more than it was meant
Heavy
to.
weapons check against
5.
target's defense.
But they'll be on all of them.
Yeah. So 10 on the first one and then 5 on the.
yes, because we're going to know how to fire a heavy weapon.
They get twice the movement bonus to
Okay.
defense because the projectile's so slow.
And then obviously they'll fail to ground.
Fell to the ground, yeah.
Yeah.
Although they wouldn't really have much of a movement.
It's a
bonus.
heavy weapons check.
Okay. But, BAB and everything do not
Its
apply.
rate of fire is single action 2, meaning you can only fire.
Nope, good. I
Once.
just need that information.
It's actually
Its
just.
damage is 4d6 with half to adjacent creatures.
So you just put it in the middle.
And only weighs
Yeah.
10 pounds.
I suppose like most conventional.
However, since
missile
it's so
launchers
slow
would be
that they
light.
get double movement bonus to defense, would it be slow enough so that shields wouldn't trigger? It doesn't say, but
I don't think they have shields.
No,
Not now, but
he's
yeah.
doing it in
I
general.
mean, in general.
I think it's still an explosion though, and shields block explosions, right?
Yes.
If you took the warhead out of it, you just tried to smack someone in the gob, it would probably work.
Oh,
So if it's just the heavy weapon skill, that's 17.
That's enough.
4d6 with half to adjacent creatures, so it'll hit one of them.
yeah, the one in
And
the middle.
SA2. That means it takes 2 actions for a single.
The worst part is they're
Or
all
does it mean it fires 2
clumped
missiles
together.
with a single
Yeah.
action?
Well, so that's what I want to say. Is like it hits a square though, right? Because typically in combat you
No,
have to
it
fight
says
as-
it locks onto an individual target.
But like they're all in the same. Wouldn't they all be adjacent? They've all just fallen out of singularity into a pile.
Or they're still in singularity.
No, singularity detonated.
Well, yeah, then they will be adjacent.
I think it takes two actions to. I think that's what it means. It's
19.
they're all dead.
Hey, I got that one guy.
These poor void rangers fleeing for their lives get mowed down and massacred.
Are we the bad guys?
There's no evidence that they were fleeing from us, they were flanking
Okay,
us.
let's sweep the base and make sure there's no one hiding around the place.